Hello and welcome to the Miscellaneous Bullshit podcast. I'm Sean Lavelle, and as always, I'm joined by the man with the worst balance on the planet, Tanner Clark.
It's not true.
If you haven't done so yet, please check us out on Instagram at MBPod and on Twitter at Podcast Bullshit. We are joined today by a special guest that we'll introduce properly in just a moment. And now, without further delay, this is Miscellaneous Bullshit.
Some people look at me and be like, "Oh, that's an awful person. He's kind of awesome." And I don't know who this people
That's
are.
how Trump got elected.
Man, I mean, it sounds like he kind of has his shit together now, a little maybe. Although he is just hanging out with his buddy, drinking bourbon.
But at least he admits that I was right. He was the worst.
Get someone on the phone, send an email, talk to someone who knows someone who knows someone.
Yep.
And get shit done.
Figure it out.
Get it done. If you like pumpkin pie, then jump off a bridge. They are pumpkin pie is the worst.
You like pumpkin pie? Drink and drive. Okay? Drink and drive. I can't stay.
Look, we've had the fucking conversation.
Tune in
before.
next week to my
We've had the fucking conversation before.
MB podcast starring Tanner Clark only.
Crazy.
So I don't care about your politics, LeBron James. However, that's not a political issue, so keep talking about it, man. Poison. That girl is poison.
Bro, what are you talking about? All right. So, apparently...
I'm talking about Belle Biv DeVoe.
Apparently, our cocktail this week is poison.
Poison.
According to my co-host. But I don't think it...
That. It's pretty...
I don't
strong,
think it
right?
is.
It's strong, right?
I don't think it is.
I brought my beer.
It's strong, right?
So,
I brought a 40.
Our miscellaneous cocktail this week is... a Kentucky coffee.
God damn. Oh my gosh.
It is 2 ounces of Buffalo Trace bourbon, half an ounce of Kahlua, 4 ounces of coffee, whipped cream, and fresh grated nutmeg.
And that is why you guys cannot drive. You start out your morning drinking this shit. What is this, dude? Oh my god.
It's delicious.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
It's not
It starts out good.
Trust me, it's not the worst. But then, like you said on your lips, it's like
it starts out all right.
it's
but
like
then it kind of gets a
whoa,
little
and it's like
fucked up.
whoa,
Dude, like I said, I didn't realize I was dealing with a bunch of bitches that can't handle this perfectly mild drink. Honestly, it's a little weak for me. I need
Here, hold on, let me help you out.
I need less cream, less cream, more bourbon.
Let's double it up.
Coffee amounts good.
Splash some. Throw a couple different in there. Different types in there. Spice it up. All right. So what'd you do to this? You threw all this in a blender.
Throw it in a blender. No. You add the bourbon, the Kahlua in a mug, and then put in the coffee.
This easy. Boom.
And stir it up. Yeah, it's real easy. Stir it up, and then do whipped cream on the top, just real quick. Just a whipped cream swirl topper.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then you grate fresh grated nutmeg.
It
Take the nutmeg.
looks beautiful.
It looks nice. It'd be nice.
Shave it over the top.
It'd be nice if you knew how to do like a steamed milk leaf.
Bro, I know how to do. Okay, I don't know how to do.
Okay. See, what do you know how to do? Not much.
I know how to steam them. If I have the tool, I used to have.
Tool.
It's
called milk.
Bro, I used to have an espresso maker.
Okay.
Espresso machine.
Yeah.
I
You
would
don't have that
steam
anymore?
No, because our house got struck by.
Oh,
Bro,
I
you gonna
forgot.
make this whole thing?
I forgot.
Our house got struck
Hold
by
on.
lightning.
What?
His house got
Is
struck
this
by
a true
lightning.
story?
True story.
Yeah, but
What?
I don't think the house actually got hit.
You didn't get that one back? You didn't get that back?
No.
Dude, you were so close to winning like a lottery or something. Like
The house, our house, or the power line somewhere around.
right?
Is that how that works?
That's how
If
it
your
works,
house,
I
if
think.
you or your house
Yeah.
gets
You're
struck by
close to
lightning,
it.
if you were 3 feet
At-
further
at-
right,
if
you would have picked
get
up a lottery
struck by
ticket.
lightning, I think you win $1 million.
Ed
You
McMahon
gotta
just shows up at your door with a big check when your house gets
huge
struck by
check.
lightning.
Yeah, you know what they say. You know the odds of this.
Yep. Well, I can tell you that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
We did have to deal with insurance claim
Yeah.
adjusters
Check
and
wasn't
shit
$1 million.
forever, and the check wasn't $1 million.
Check
But it
wasn't
fried most of our appliances,
I
including
forgot about that.
including the espresso machine. But no, I used to steam some milk, but I couldn't. I would do.
Trust him. He used to steam some milk.
I would do like a design, but I couldn't do a leaf. I just did like a swirl.
Like a swirl?
Yeah, like a swirl.
Like a mesmerizing swirl?
What's that movie, Green Hornet, where the dude makes the little coffee thing and he puts like a
Green Hornet. I
Yeah,
haven't
with
watched
Seth
that
Rogen.
movie. I know
No
what
one's
it
watching
is.
I mean, that
Green
movie
Hornet.
sucked, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Kato, he made the
No,
coffee
I
with
haven't
the-
watched it. I honestly have
Oh,
not watched
don't know
it.
it's not
what you're
that bad of a movie.
I didn't give
but
it a
I don't
chance.
know anything
I didn't
about
give
it.
it a chance.
Yeah, Seth Rogen as a superhero is kind of weird.
It's weird, right?
Yeah,
It's not.
weird.
It's not normal. It's,
It's
not
not-
natural.
but
it's
the
not
dude who made the
normal.
coffee was badass.
He was.
He was badass.
You're really good at making coffee, guy.
Yeah, that's not the only thing he was good at, man.
Let's get you on here.
All right. So anyway, that's a drink. If you bitches can't handle it, I'll drink it, and it'll be just fine. Anyway, moving
I'll
on.
get it done.
Moving on. That extra voice that you're hearing is our special guest this week. His name is Mike
Special.
Galloway.
Mike.
Special guest,
Special.
Mike.
Emphasis
My
on
name
the
is
spe-
Mike.
My name is Mike.
Special Mike.
Special Mike.
My name Mike.
Special guest Mike.
Mike.
So we're gonna introduce him a little bit. So Mike, is a former employee / coworker to both of us. So I'm just gonna do this in order.
In order.
I'm gonna do in order
Run him down. Hit me. With
the
them.
way that we know you.
Okay.
So you were a
Let's do
former coworker,
Mhm.
then friend,
Mhm.
then frenemy,
Mhm.
then nemesis,
Mm.
then acquaintance,
Mhm.
and now friend again.
Yeah. Full circle. It's like the
Full
Lion King.
circle.
The circle of life.
That's beautiful.
Dude, that is.
It
Dude.
is beautiful.
Yeah, you guys should play in that new movie. You guys should be in the live action.
It wouldn't be
I'll be
bad.
You guys should
Simba.
be on there. Simba. I'll be Simba.
It wouldn't be bad. I mean, I will say there's something special about the three of us hanging out down
It's
here doing a
cool.
podcast.
It's significant.
This is. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Like the past 2 months at least.
Past 2 months of my
Past
whole
2
life.
The past 2 months of my whole life.
Yes,
Sometimes it feels that way.
It
my
does.
whole life.
it does. I've been listening and I've been fucking loving it.
That is
I
true.
was
You,
like-
you have been listening from
I've
the
been
beginning.
listening since day one,
since
man.
we introduced, since we
man.
introduced it.
And to be in this chair, good feeling, man. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you here.
Oh, absolutely.
We're
absolutely.
very happy to have you here.
Absolutely. So I guess, all right, let's see. You said former coworker, friend, frenemy, nemesis, acquaintance, and now friend again. Back on the podcast.
Back on board.
Let's see. Let's get into a little bit. About you, Mike. You're
Shoot the shit.
a new father.
New father.
A new
yes,
father.
I am.
You weren't a father when we knew you.
I wasn't.
when we
no.
knew you in close
I
proximity.
don't think I was. No.
I would have.
No,
I would have.
wasn't.
I would have never guessed it.
Most people say the same
I would have
thing.
never guessed it.
Almost
You would say the same thing.
I would definitely say
Mhm.
the same thing. I didn't want. I don't think to do that. I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad that it's
Yeah.
happening. But yeah. Back old me would have been like, no, fuck that. What are you talking about? No, that's not. I don't know.
Is it everything you thought it'd be?
It's cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It's way worse, right?
I don't know about way worse, but like, I feel like an asshole. I had to Google I Googled a bunch of shit about this because I felt really, really bad. Like like they say like, oh, when your baby's born, first thing you're like, oh my, awesome.
And you're
I
just
did-
terrified.
I was terrified, but like I didn't have that snap moment of feeling of just like, oh wow.
yeah.
So and I was Googling it.
What did you feel?
I was happy. Like it was nothing negative, but I was just like, I didn't have, I guess in my head I had it built up like, the whole 9, 10, I guess literally 10 months is what they really do, whatever
Yeah.
full term. But like in my head, I'm like, this is going to be so awesome, blah, blah, blah. As soon as she comes out, it's going to be instant love, like the biggest love.
Well, because
you ever
and that's how
feel.
like everyone like sells it. Like that's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they
There's
say.
no greater feeling
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
than just holding your baby for
And
the first time.
I love her. But yeah, like right at first, like I didn't have that
Yeah.
instant, and I was like, I guess it's kind of like when I was looking for Batman vs Superman, the movie to come out, right? You're looking forward to it for so long.
You hyped it up
I
way
know.
too much.
Yeah, I hyped it up, man. I
hyped
it
up that baby way
and
too
I'm not
much.
comparing her to that movie because that movie kind of sucked, but you know what I mean.
I understand what you're
like,
saying.
I had it all
Just
hyped
tell
up
her
in my
Weird,
head that I'm
weird
like,
comparison, but I got you.
yeah, it brings us
Spot
here,
on.
right?
I loved it. Tell her one day. You know what?
You know what?
I
I thought
hyped
you
you. I
were Batman
hyped
versus Superman.
I hyped you up way too
Well,
much.
I think there's something up with that though. I think part of it is just our culture in general and like, I don't know, just social media and shit like that. But, people always, everyone has an opinion about how you should feel.
Well, absolutely.
And like they tell you what you're going to feel and how you should feel. And then so you have an expectation based on that. And then when it's not that, then you think something's up. But I mean, I think what you're describing, that sounds like a totally normal
I guess so.
reaction.
Yeah.
My reaction the first time was certainly not like a movie, like best thing ever.
There's so much blood.
No, it wasn't like that. I mean, I haven't thought about it in a while, honestly, but if I'm trying to recall what I was feeling like in those moments, it was just I was feeling too many things to even process what it was. It was I happy? Yeah. Was I terrified?
Yeah.
Yes. What, like you were just thinking all of these things, and also like what am I supposed to be thinking? And I was just overwhelmed, so I was just kind of like fried, just kind of like melancholy. Like
everyone's looking at me. Is my face right? Am I doing the right thing?
Is this right?
I know I'm terrified. Do they see that? Can people tell?
Yeah.
What's my wife look like right now? What is she? Does she see me?
But is like how is it other than like your first initial thing? Like what is different than you expected? Or like what have you been surprised by anything? Like, oh shit, I didn't realize.
I'm surprised by, I guess, like, I don't know, now it seems like normal, like it's been like that for longer than 2 months or something, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Nothing, no standout moments of.
Not yet, not like anything crazy where I just I don't know. The whole thing is kind of. It took a few weeks for me to realize, like, oh shit, there's a baby.
I have a baby over there.
Like, I have to take care of that.
You got to run to the gas station. It's not as easy anymore.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, there's certain things you can and cannot do, and
that's
going to the gas station.
It's like the little things like that are like, holy
thing.
crap.
Yeah,
like, dude, I had obviously I have Mar, and then I had my nieces. This is a couple years back. I had like my nieces and nephew over, so there was like 4 kids total in the house. And like for me, that was like a lot. And I mean, that is a lot of kids. I don't care that for anyone. It's a lot of kids. Yeah, 4. Dude,
4
that's
kids
insane.
is a lot of kids.
So whenever it came time to feed them, dude, everything's just that much more difficult.
You
know what I mean?
How old are these?
These kids. It was like 3, 5, and then
so
like
they
8.
can almost feed themselves, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, but like, just that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought it would be easy. Like, these kids can kind of do their thing.
Dude, pull your own weight, do your own thing.
Whenever you throw another human, doesn't even matter the size of this human, the weight of this human, anything. It just messes everything up. It's crazy. It's crazy. It throws a monkey wrench in it.
That's for sure.
Trying to do this stuff is not as easy. Trying to do life is not as easy. Yeah. So it makes you a man.
Very exciting. So yeah. So your fiance, Nisha.
Yep.
Fiance, you got a ring?
I don't think guys get rings.
That'd be
sick.
That'd be sick. No, that'd be sick, dude. Come on, dude.
What?
You know what I'd get? You know what I'd get? Like a class ring. Like with a ruby.
Oh, no.
With a ruby. I get a big red ruby.
Like a Super Bowl ring?
Something like that, but a ruby.
Have the Falcons ever won a Super Bowl?
You want to do that?
Shots fired.
You want to do that, Dolphins fan?
Hey.
You want to do that?
We had a good run like 45 years ago.
Ray Finkel.
Ray Finkel.
Okay.
Laces out.
Laces out.
Laces out.
Laces
out.
So Nisha, how'd you guys meet?
I actually met her delivering her bed. I
forgot.
I just never left, man.
You told me that.
I just never left.
You just never left.
I just stayed. No, I delivered her bed, and I made the comment that she smelled like coconuts. She smelled really good.
That pickup line works?
I guess so. So try it out.
Coconuts.
Check it out. Coconuts.
You smell like coconuts.
Smell like coconuts.
Hey, girl, you smell like coconuts.
Hey, girl, you smell like coconuts.
Can
you just put my bed together, please?
Yeah. Yeah, put my bed together and get the fuck out of my house. No, yeah. So that was how. Yeah.
How
right there.
So
you got to tell me a little more.
So
than that.
So you said that, and then you just start spitting game.
I didn't really spit a whole lot of game, but like whenever I was getting back in the truck to leave, I was like, man, I need to text this girl. And that's not like me at all anyway. So I was like, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what to say. Hey, you want to hang out later? And she was down. So
you texted her.
I texted the number that I was trusting was her number.
Oh, that's what
the company invoice or whatever the hell you want to call it.
That.
There was 2 numbers on there too, so I was playing.
He doesn't work there anymore.
I don't work there anymore. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you don't work there anymore, so it's all good.
Yeah.
At one of my at a previous company that I worked for, someone got fired for doing that.
Really? Who got fired for that?
Previous company that I worked for, doesn't matter which company.
Right.
It's no one you know.
Oh, okay.
But someone, it was a different location. Someone texted. They pulled a girl's phone number off like a packing slip.
Sick.
But it wasn't a delivery. They had picked up, and then he texted.
Yeah, I can definitely. It's a thin line.
He texted.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
And then guess the response that he got.
Fuck you.
Hey, that's my wife.
Nope.
Oh, no.
The response he got was when HR pulled him into the office and basically fired him. I'm pretty sure he got fired.
Oh.
Because what actually happened was it was the boyfriend's number, and then he just called the store. I could be wrong. Maybe he texted the guy back, but I'm pretty sure he just went straight to HR.
Yeah.
And then HR was like, nope. And then, so it could have worked out real bad.
Yeah, it could have been really
But,
bad.
like,
But
you
it
got a
worked out
fiance
great.
and a
Yeah, I
baby
got a
out of it.
family
Dude,
out
this
of it.
sounds
Yeah,
like
it was the best.
We can
move
write
ever.
we can write the script for this.
no risk, no reward.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hey.
'Cause,
You
that's
nailed it, man.
I nailed it.
You read the room.
You read
I read it.
hey,
I knew it was good.
That's true.
And I
That's
was like,
true.
hopefully this is the correct number.
There's another
And,
number.
Yeah, there was.
Was
two.
it her boyfriend's number?
It was not her boyfriend's
okay.
number. So yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Very cool. Well, on that note, right before we went on air, you told me about a story where you didn't read the room correctly
Oh yes.
while you were working for that company. How'd that go?
Well, it went really bad.
Because you were, just to clarify, you probably picked it up in context, but you were delivering
I was delivering
furniture at
I
the
was
time.
delivering yes, a bed. Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. I was delivering a bed, and as you guys know, I have a pit bull.
Mhm.
I love her. Beautiful dog. I love him. And this lady had it was all black. It just was a majestic beast. It was a beautiful dog. And my first, I thought she seemed pretty cool. She wasn't, but like I got
She
there,
wasn't cool.
and I said, "That is a beautiful fucking dog." And I should have stopped there, but I didn't. And I continued to talk, and I subtly made the joke because my dog's a female named Layla.
Oh no.
Female dogs are bitches, right?
Yes?
And I said, "Oh man, yeah, I got a dog at home too. I'd like to bring her up here, get your dog some bitches." And from her body language, I could tell that it was no longer. I don't think it was cool from the get go.
Yeah.
but as soon as that line came out, it was like that was the one I crossed.
What, did she
For
say
sure.
anything, or you just see it on her face?
Yeah, she shut down.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. And I was like, "Ooh."
Did you try and like work your way out of it?
No,
you shut it down?
He just kept digging. Come on,
I mean,
man.
I didn't like stop talking to her altogether, but I was like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to her like I'm talking to her right now.
I really wish you would have just plowed ahead.
Just go even
Get him
harder.
some bitches. Bitches ain't
Yeah.
shit. Am I right? La la la.
Pose and tricks.
La 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 la.
Yeah, it was bad. And yeah, she called.
She called.
for sure.
Did
Yeah.
that? Bitch.
It's too bad.
If you show dogs, okay, they just
Yeah,
refer
and
to
you
their
know,
dogs as
that's what I'm
bitches.
saying.
Just
It's
call
a
them
female
bitches.
dog. I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
being
Yeah.
any way.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
She was, she was being sensitive.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Millennials.
You,
right, typical.
you were in the right there.
Always
you were
offended.
You were in the right there.
Thank you, Tanner.
I
I thought so too.
Real quick question. Since we're kind of still on the topic, so your lady, she's kind of interesting, right?
Who?
Your lady?
Oh, my lady. Interesting. I
Yeah.
think she's interesting. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you said you met her, and me and you have had like a conversation about it.
Mhm.
You said she's not from here.
She's not from here. No, she was born in Trinidad. Grew up in Grenada.
Look at that. Look at that. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
We can get her on here instead of you.
And she ended
I got a fancy accent. It's a lot cooler. That's not it.
Wait, is that?
It's-
Wait, hold
it's
on.
like
Wait, what?
It's a British Jamaican hybrid.
Oh, really?
That is that's
It's cool.
sick.
What?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
No matter what she says, it sounds like super intelligent.
She sounds infinitely more interesting than you.
Way
Holy shit.
more interesting than me.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
how did she end up here in Evansville?
Well,
Because I get it, like
Same reason you did.
come to the States.
yeah, she lived in New York for a while. She lived in New York for a long time.
Okay.
With like her sister and brother and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And then moved down to good old Southern Indiana.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, right. It's just I think it's a hot spot here.
You
in-
like
in the
Indiana,
States.
right?
It's all right. It's
Come
better
on,
than
man.
Kentucky.
Come on. Thank you. And give me
But
something.
It's
Give me
not
something more than that.
I mean, it's not good.
give me something more
It's
than that.
definitely not good.
We're comparing it. It's not good.
No, I think
It's all right.
because it came up this morning while we were finalizing like
Yeah.
start times and stuff, and it came up this morning, and I think the comparison I made was real accurate. And we don't even need to compare it to someone else. It's just Indiana is the Ricky Davis of the United
Dude,
States.
okay, and see, so what I responded with is you need to watch your mouth, okay? Because I'm talking about for Ricky Davis's sake. He will fucking kill you, okay? Immediately, I was going to respond with like, dude, that dude is a legend, okay? He's an icon.
I'm not even sure. Is he the one that played for the Cavs?
Yeah, he played for the Cavs for sure, man.
And what is he famous for?
Dude, yeah, absolutely.
And what is he famous for?
Absolutely. Dude, Ricky Davis is solid. Dude,
what is he most famous
so
for?
I don't. What is he most famous for? I'm trying to think. He's most famous to me for being a beast on early 2K games back in the day.
I was thinking too,
I'm trying to,
games,
dude. He was a monster.
Really good,
he was a monster.
I could be
no,
wrong.
you might be right.
I could be wrong. It might not be Ricky Davis, but I feel like I'm pretty sure that it is. In fact, Ricky Davis, who threw a shot up on his own goal.
Oh yeah, he's probably
to get the backboard.
Yes,
to get the rebound,
to get the triple double,
to get a triple double.
He did do that.
It didn't count.
Hey,
they just
you
went.
can't hate on that man for that. You can't hate on. Dude,
It's the most ridiculous thing.
Look, if you've been grinding your whole life, Sean. Okay,
So-
your whole life for that moment, and he's in the NBA. You know, he's balling out, and
Just
then
go
he's
get another
one rebound
rebound.
away.
Just go
What's he
get
gonna
another
do?
rebound.
There was time running out, man. Time was running out on the clock. You're a
Desperate
hater,
times,
dude.
desperate
You're a
measures,
hater.
man.
Play him 1-on-1.
So
Play him
anyway,
one-on-one.
it makes sense that you
Yeah,
would defend him.
yeah.
That makes sense.
He's a god.
Because you're from Indiana.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know.
Dude, what's wrong? Okay, here's the thing. Don't stop it. Okay,
You know I'm right.
Real quick though about Kentucky. Did you see what Matt Bevin said? And everyone's hating on him.
Don't even tell me that you agree with the haters.
What did
Dude,
you
no,
do?
I agree with him.
Oh,
That's what I was
okay,
gonna
good.
say. I actually
was
agree
like-
with him.
I was like, hold on.
Like I agree with him 1,000%, dude.
Yes.
I was okay. And here's the thing:
If you-
before he said that,
Yeah.
everyone agreed with him. Are
Exactly.
you fucking kidding me?
If-
Politics pissed me off.
Yes.
Everyone agreed with him until it was
Yes.
a GOP, candidate in Kentucky.
What did he
Okay, so he basically, how they canceled school yesterday because it was cold.
Matt Bevin, we're talking about Matt Bevin.
He said that's
governor.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't say bullshit,
Governor of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he said, he didn't even say it's bullshit, but he basically said it's bullshit. He said
"Yeah, go ahead."
schools closing in Kentucky with no ice and no snow. I just feel like we're getting soft.
Yeah,
That's what he said. I
And,
feel like
and then
we're
he
getting
said,
soft.
and then he continued to say, "I think we're sending the wrong message, saying that whenever something gets bad, you just wait it out or something
Right.
like that." And I was like, "Facts,
Yes.
facts, dude. Are
He
you
got-
kidding me?"
He got slammed so hard.
You know the
And
conditions
everyone-
I went to school in whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He got slammed so hard. And it's funny. I saw someone posted it was an article or a clip or something from Obama in his first term, complaining when his daughters were still in school in Chicago or whatever, and they closed schools.
Yeah.
And he was complaining
Oh,
about
yeah.
it
There
and
you
saying
go.
like, I think, it was something like,
Once again,
I think
politics,
I think
man.
America needs to toughen up,
Politics.
or I think we need to get tough or something like that. But
yeah.
he basically said
Same
the
exact
same
thing.
exact thing. And no one said anything about it. The thing I don't
frustrating.
like is that it's always, for whatever reason, anytime that like Bevin or GOP, anything conservative, anytime they make any type of statement, the default, which sometimes I don't agree. To be clear, like I'm on, I'm all over the map as far as how. But what I don't like is that it's just, what an idiot. Like, what an idiot. It's like, well, he's not an idiot. Can
Yeah,
we just,
no.
like, he's clearly not actually an idiot. Otherwise, he wouldn't have accomplished everything, that he's accomplished. So,
Yeah.
he's not an
Absolutely.
idiot. I mean, you can disagree, but don't just say, like, what a moron.
Well, and I mean, you can't disagree because he's fucking right there.
And
You guys
also
are
that.
you guys are a bunch of bitches. Okay, I was so mad when Mara got to stay home from school, and then she had a 2-hour delay today
What?
for the cold.
For today?
Kentucky was still shut down
It
today.
was cold, but
Yeah.
for cold.
Still shut down.
Are
It
you?
was so shit.
don't get it. It don't
Honestly,
make sense.
no, I'll be honest.
School closed out for rain one time, like a few
It-
years after I graduated.
fuck is
It was
wrong with
too much
people?
fucking
It made
rain. Seriously.
It made more sense for them to close today because there was still snow on the ground.
Oh, it did start snowing a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Not much.
It didn't stick though. It was all
Yeah.
gone because it was all dry. There was
Yeah.
no ice. It just blew.
Yeah.
All the snow just blew away. But today it was still on the ground, so it turns to ice. The issue is country roads. The country roads.
And
are
I've always
cleared.
understood that, but at the same time, man,
It's like, come on.
that's what percentage of? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it depends on the county, obviously.
Yeah,
but like in Evansville,
Right.
it's
Get
not,
over
it's
yourself.
not the highest percentage of people. I'll tell you that.
Right.
No one that went to my high school lived in the country because
Right.
you're not in district. So those people go to fucking school. Go to school, kids.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you're an enthusiast of all things space, Batman,
Love
football,
space,
and comedy.
Batman. Yep.
You're not even funny.
I know.
You're not even funny. Comedy, who you like right now? Stand up, who you like?
I like Bert Kreischer.
Oh yeah, dude, he's such a racist.
What?
He's such a fat racist.
What?
Do you watch the podcast? You don't watch the podcast? You watch your mom's house podcast?
That's Tom Segura.
Exactly. They make fun of him all the time and call him a fat racist.
Oh, yeah.
Because like they're really good friends.
Tom Segura, I like him.
That's like their running joke in their group that he's just like a fat racist.
Yeah, I don't watch his. I watch Bert's a lot, and really, you guys, the only podcast I listen to.
Is Bert's the one where they're just sitting around the living room with like handheld microphones?
I only listen to one, and like I said earlier, his sound quality sucks.
Oh, you don't watch it, do you? You listen. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Do they sit around with microphones and just sit there and like smoke weed and stuff like that? I think they have mic
stands, but yeah, they're in like a living room type setup.
Yeah, the one I listened to, he was just talking about football, and it sounded like he was using his iPhone.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Bill Burr.
I like Bill Burr's fantastic.
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know if I was saying the wrong name or not a minute ago or not. But
the more time goes by, the more into Chris D'Elia I'm getting, man.
Oh yeah.
It's just growing. It's just building.
He's funny.
I listened to some of his podcasts today. It's fantastic.
I'll tell you who's funny. It was on something on Netflix where it was a new like episode after episode.
50 comedians or whatever, like
know.
comedians of the world.
Comedians of the
I don't know
world.
what the politically correct term. Midget, little person.
Yes.
I don't. Who was
Justin
that?
Something.
Who was that?
I don't.
I didn't see
remember
that
his
one.
name.
Where's he from? Where was he from?
His name's, I don't know.
Brad Okerson.
Yes.
Brad.
No, I think that's the big dude.
Oh, that's the big guy. Yeah.
But we're on the same. We're on the
I
same
watched like
show.
the first 2 episodes of that.
Same
So like
show.
8 comedians, but I didn't see that
one. The little
one.
person is hilarious.
There were some good people in there that I didn't know of.
No, there's like 2. Wait. We're saying 2 different things.
Maybe we are.
There's the comedians.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Comedians of the world.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
There's like 200 episodes. It's insane. That came out on New Year's Day with Chris D'Elia, Nick Swardson.
I watched
and others.
But you're talking about something different.
I'm talking about something that's older than that one.
Okay, go ahead.
Still pretty new.
It's
I think.
The Degenerates.
Yes,
and it came out like a month
Joey
or
Diaz.
2. Joey Diaz
Yes.
and Christina P.
Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
The funny thing is
that dude is wild.
Which one?
Joey Diaz.
He's
He's so crazy.
He sounds like he's gonna die at any second.
He definitely does sound like he's gonna die.
He sounds like he's just gonna fall over and die.
Yeah.
Mid skit, whatever.
I will say, Mike, I like when we said like, hey, send us, some stuff so we can introduce you and whatever. And you wrote that. You wrote space, Batman, football, and comedy. And I love that you said space and Batman because we hadn't even really talked in forever. But if I had to just figure stuff out about you without you telling me,
space,
and Batman. You wear that shit on your sleeve, and I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's who he is, man.
Space, Batman.
Batman.
You go to space sometimes.
Dude, one of
I've never seen that one.
One of my favorite
Justice League Towers.
I've never seen that one.
He's got like something on the moon.
One of my favorite things that ever happened with you was I came into work one day and it was just you by yourself, and I came in and you started grilling me about Interstellar because I had just watched it or something, and you're like, bro, Interstellar, and I was like, yeah, man, like I just watched it. And you're like, holy shit, and you're like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I was like, okay, I think I get it. And I was explaining to you, you're like, hold on. And you're like taking notes. You're like drawing shit out. And you're like,
that movie fucked me up for so long.
And then I did my best to explain to you. And you were like, oh, like you just had this
Interstellar so sick.
moment.
One of the best movies ever. Yeah. Whenever I saw that movie the first time, whenever he gets off, I'm like, you've been gone for 27 years. And I was
so good.
I was like, how the fuck is that possible? So then I started looking into it, and I'm not going to lie, I jumped down a rabbit hole for so long trying to figure, and I still don't know if I get it.
Dude, when they have to, in Interstellar, when they have to dock the ship at speed or whatever, and it's playing, there's that insane song playing that is like the craziest thing ever.
I bought the soundtrack for that movie. I love it. Yeah,
super fan.
Go to sleep.
But that song's playing, and it's like no. It's crazy, and they're like,
it's impossible.
It's
He's
impossible.
Like, no, it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Bad.
It's necessary. Oh my gosh. And I'm just like, and I just realized like my heart is about to beat out of my chest.
You just shit it out on the sofa,
dude. Yep. Yeah. That movie's so good. Is it better than Martian?
Yeah,
I didn't see.
You haven't seen The Martian?
It's a good. Martian's a good movie.
So that answers your
the
question.
book is really good too.
Okay, so in my head, like immediately, like typically, if you would have asked me that, I would have said Interstellar. But I've seen Martian most recently, and I think it's like whichever one you watched last year. It's like, oh, that one's sick.
No, that's not comparable.
Martian's sick. Interstellar's. I mean, they're different, and Interstellar's like a lot more like action packed. I feel like it's just like
Interstellar's just a better movie all around,
dude.
all around.
The thing, Interstellar is so crazy. It's like, God damn it. What is the movie when Inception? It's like the Inception of space movies.
Well,
it's like I'm
Christopher Nolan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a universe within a universe within a universe within a universe.
Yeah.
We're moving at, I don't know, 1 day per 33 years, and it's just insane. They're like, you have an hour on that planet, and that's going to cost you 7 years at the time,
and then your whole family's going to be dead.
And then you're going to come back home, and your whole family's going to be dead.
Yeah.
Bro, what do you do? What are you texting?
Okay, no, I'm not
What the
texting.
fuck is
So
going on?
something happened, dude. I think you might have deleted my comments off here. I had that little question lineup for Mike, and all my questions are gone. I had more than that, and they're all gone.
It's still right here, bro.
No, I had more than that, and they're all gone.
I don't. Well, what do you want me to do, bro?
Okay, I don't know, dude. I'm trying to fix it. I'm throwing some back on there, so that's what I'm doing.
Last time this happened, it was just because you archived everything. You deleted it.
So what do I do if you can find them?
Bro, I
See
don't
if you
know.
can find them.
Come off the top of the head, Tanner.
Come on, okay, we can do that. I mean, we can do that. We got a little bit more, and then we'll get to them anyway.
You're telling me you need more questions?
No,
than those questions.
I got 3 more, so just close out of that and reload it. There you go. Or no, close out of that and reload it.
What?
And then we'll be good.
Name?
Okay, check it out.
What in the world?
Check it out, and we'll just use that.
Did that stay? Is it there now?
Yes. Yeah, you're good. So just a couple more. We'll finish it out. All right. So speaking of Interstellar, once again, all things space. So you do the telescope thing still?
Yeah, it's been a while since I got it out, but yeah, I got a badass telescope a couple years ago.
That's like what you used to do.
I used to, yeah.
At like nighttime. It's like, Mike, what are you doing tonight after work?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go look at shit in the sky.
I'm gonna go drink a beer, smoke something, and
look at the sky.
Look at
the sky. Just
look at the sky.
Look into the universe, man.
Look into the universe. No, it's always been interesting to me.
I should look myself in the eye because we're part of the universe.
And then
You're
like,
part of it.
Dude, the universe is everything.
We're everywhere.
And then, like Sean said, Batman is like the other thing to really describe you. Yeah. You still draw a lot of Batman stuff?
I've not drawn in a long time.
Why?
You were like, I mean, you were doing that strong for a while.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah, no, it is. That is something.
It's a bummer that it's not because I've been looking. I follow someone on Instagram like Copic markers. You guys know what that is?
No.
I don't know. It's like they're a fucking $7 marker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's expensive.
That
right?
sounds expensive for a
marker.
marker.
One marker?
Yeah, for one marker.
Not a pack?
No,
not even a 2-pack.
Not even a 2-pack.
You're getting one.
Are they refillable? Or is it refillable?
Oh, yes.
See, so
but like
that's
I watch
important.
these
That's a
people
serious
draw
marker.
in color and like they're alcohol based or something like that. And they blend and it looks really cool. I don't think I would be any good at it.
Yeah,
but I've been wanting to get back into drawing and art and stuff, but I just.
Well, now you have a baby, so just,
now I can't. I'm like $7 for a marker.
Just kiss that dream
Dude,
goodbye.
Start finger painting. Start finger painting.
Yeah,
she'll be doing that soon.
Maybe in a year or two.
Mm-hmm. And then you get back into the mode. That's how it's gonna happen. When she starts finger painting, then you'll start Picassoing it up again.
I know. And then I'm
gonna
retire.
Absolutely.
32.
Whenever you sell one of your famous paintings.
Yeah, to you. Hopefully.
Absolutely, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
$12.
Yeah, but no, it's been a while since I drew anything. But I think about it all the time. I just never fucking do it.
Sean doesn't draw. I don't draw. No. You can draw on our wall.
I'll paint this thing up.
Please.
You gotta clean it up though.
I sketch.
He sketches.
I don't sketch.
You're super sketchy.
That's what I am sketchy.
You are sketchy. Mike is a big football fan.
Like football, love it.
Mike's a big football fan.
Okay.
Will you pass me a glass?
I know you don't like the Saints, but on your last,
I love the Saints.
Was it last week?
And then that's
it was last week. You were talking about the call, right?
Yeah.
Horrible call.
No, come on, man. It was
not get? I don't give a shit. I don't have a dog.
He knows.
Here's the thing. It was a bad call, but the thing that pisses me off about that is all these people saying replay the game. And so the thing is, apparently it is in the rules that they can replay the game. Really? Like if they deem it necessary, they can replay the game. At least from that point. Swear to God. That's like weird. They end up pulling it up, which is weird. But also, here's the thing: you would never it wasn't even a scoring play. You know how many?
Yeah, but it was a third down. Right?
Okay, it does. Fair, but how many times? You know there have been worse, like not worse calls made because that was blatant. But really I'm saying, bad. But like there have been more costly calls made. Factual. Okay. All the time. Every season. Your
argument was that it wouldn't have changed the game.
It wouldn't have changed the game.
How?
It wouldn't have changed the game. It wasn't a scoring play. No, I'm saying, but it would not have, like you cannot say clear cut. You cannot say. I'm saying
that got that first down.
Are you saying
like 2 more minutes?
If he doesn't score, it's nothing because next play you never know what they're gonna do next play. You never know. He could fumble or he could catch it and then fumble immediately. Like you literally, and that's the unknown, right? Like literally, the unknown is what stops it from.
Hold on.
You don't know.
Hold on.
You don't know.
Hold on.
You don't even know if he would have caught the shit.
I understand you're saying you don't know, but what I'm saying is
stop it.
Should have been a first down.
Wasn't he on like the 5?
No, it was like the 10. It was like the 10. Zone. Yes, they were red zone. He was on. It doesn't matter, dude. How many teams cannot score in the red zone? My Falcons can't. My Falcons can't.
Bro, can't score in the red zone. Fuck up and let me finish my train of thought. Listen.
Damn it.
He was past his defender with no one in front of him on like the 10. Yeah. You're telling me he's not scoring there?
Because he's on the sideline. He would have had to jump up for it anyway and toe touch. He wouldn't.
Forget about that play. Then if they would have gave him the call, got the first down, what do you think would happen in the next 3 plays?
Why is no one talking about the fact that Drew Brees is just trash this season anyway? And after they lost to the Cowboys,
for him just I'm saying, Drew Brees.
Okay, but he like they lost that game before that play. Like they had made plenty of mistakes and had plenty of times to put it away, and they lost. And Saints fans, let's replay. Like, shut the fuck up, okay? Literally, the Saints are trash. They should have done it. They should have done.
I'm not a big fan.
Okay, so you know what's funny? So that's how the Saints lost their playoff game this year. Do you remember how the Saints lost in the playoffs last year?
Oh shit, yeah.
That was exact amazing. Opposite scenario.
Yeah, that was.
And their defender, the Saints defender, does not make the hit.
Yeah,
and he just doesn't do anything. Yeah, and then Stephon Diggs catches it and runs it in. Now they're really mad. Do you remember that highlight?
Fuck no.
It was literally the Vikings game.
It was probably one of the best games I've ever seen. It was
like 6 seconds left. They're down. They're down by a touchdown or whatever. You know, or down by like 5 points. A touchdown wins it. Yeah, I don't know. And the Saints are on defense. Exact same situation, same spot on the field where the guy throws the ball, and the Saints defender didn't do anything, didn't go for the ball, didn't go for the hit, and just like
air, so you kind of
he like got like scared and didn't want to hurt him, and dude just caught the ball and ran in for a touchdown.
That's another example of why the rules are kind of shit now too.
Well, and here, okay, so exactly,
the defenders are scared to hit the players because they're going to get a penalty.
Yeah.
Now they lost the game and they're not going to
exactly. So like that's the thing. Everyone's like, let them play, and then they let them play. Yeah, I mean, this one's a little bit crazier than just let them play. Right. But now everyone's mad about it. Well, not everyone, just people in New Orleans, and we're supposed to build a wall around that fucking place anyway.
True.
God damn it.
I'd be good with that.
Okay.
And I'm not saying replay the game. I'm not saying replay the game.
Kill the Saints. Kill them all.
I'm not saying kill the Saints. Holy shit, you're insane. I'm not saying kill the Saints. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying like it was a really bad call.
It was a really bad call.
It's because it was so blatant, which you agreed with last week.
I would fight Alvin Kamara right now on site. God. On site. Drew Brees.
I would love to watch that.
Mark Ingram on site.
Take it easy.
You might be able to beat up Drew Brees.
Yeah, probably not the other guys.
The other guys, I don't think you're beating them.
Michael Thomas.
Take it easy.
On site.
Yeah.
To this day. Do you hate the Saints? To this day.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Come on, man. So Mike, you're raised in Evansville. Mm-hmm. Is Donut Bank?
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm
sorry, man.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh yeah, there's been an interesting development on the Donut Bank.
What happened?
I was very pro Donut Bank before I got here.
Something happened?
Something happened.
What happened?
I was gonna pick up some Donut Bank and bring it. But
it's a fucking donut shop, and you showed up here at 9.
I know they closed at 6.
How are you gonna get mad at Donut Bank for that? You fucking
Krispy Kreme's open.
Our furniture store closes at 6. This is a fucking donut shop.
Yeah, we're in Evansville, Indiana.
No, now we're in.
You think they would be open?
Fucking Henderson.
Nope.
Well, yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're in Henderson. Whatever.
It's this side of the bridge.
Yeah. 6 o'clock. It's cut off time. They're like, no more donuts for you, you fat piece of shit.
All right, guys. I think that's not a legitimate reason to hate on the donut bank. So
they have great
bro.
donuts.
I'll take whatever I can get. I'm just saying. Hey, welcome to sanity.
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm sure
because Donut Bank is the fucking worst. Everyone knows. All right. Moving on, Mike. Now that we know you a little better, we really want to get to know you.
We said it's supposed to be a little bit longer, but we still got some quality ones on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off.
Is this okay? Go.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Rapid fire.
Love it.
Quick. Answer fast.
Okay.
That's what rapid fire means.
Yeah,
quick.
That's
answer
what it means.
fast.
That's
Full House or Roseanne?
Full House.
Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Left or right?
Right.
Half full or half empty?
Full, man.
Green or purple?
Purple.
Carnage or Venom?
Venom.
Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
I don't really give a shit about either. Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, not a fan, really.
Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Oh, Britney Spears was my chick.
Joker or Bane?
Joker.
Russia or China?
Russia, man.
Russia's the champ, dude. Russia's getting dubs.
Get out of here,
Nickelback
China.
or Tom Petty?
Tom Petty.
Oh,
Every
no.
single time when you
Finally.
guys do this, when people say Nickelback, I scream.
Dude, you know I'm winning right now. Like literally, I
winning
think
like 4-1.
Dude, like now that's 2. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, you got another one now because I think Alan hooked you up too. But
No,
before-
he didn't.
No,
he
he
said
didn't.
Nickelback.
Yeah, he did. I forgot.
And he said it with conviction.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
said it
So
with
you're
conviction.
helping Sean
I'm
out,
not
but
gonna lie.
Nickelback is still. I
Have
think
you-
that's what we should paint on the wall. The running tally of
I
Nickelback
think
to
it's a
Tom Petty.
conspiracy. I honestly think it's a conspiracy.
I'm messaging everyone and giving them $20 in the parking lot.
something.
The parking lot
Have
of your
you guys
house.
seen that video
got a
of
parking
the
lot.
guy from Nickelback doing that photograph?
The guy,
Video?
dude, his
He's
name's
like, "Look
Chad
at this
fucking Kroger. Okay,
graph."
his
Have
name's
you seen-
Chad Kroger.
He holds up a math graph.
A math graph.
I
He
don't know
holds up a
what to say.
math.
He holds up a you know what I'm saying. You guys seen that?
No, I've not.
No, it was really
Look
not
at this.
watching that.
Look at this math graph.
It's like fucking 5-second long video. You don't have to invest any time. You just watch it.
Dude, he's
staying away.
Oh god,
It's
he's one
like
of
a
the goats.
vine.
He's one a vine. Rip.
It's that short.
Rip Vine. All right, guys, man. Oh shit. Hold on. What was that? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. That was the sponsors. All right, so hold on. I got to make them happy really quick, guys. This week's episode of Miscellaneous Bullshit is brought to you by Faygo. Faygo, soda that tastes like cake icing. Are you tired of the same old soda flavors? Do you feel like big soda brands, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, are lacking in innovation? Come holla at Faygo right quick. Straight out of Detroit comes a soda of yesterday, but Faygo is also the soda of tomorrow with 52 flavors.
Hold up. 52 flavors?
Bro, you fucking heard me. That's right. With 52 flavors to choose from, including cotton candy, red pop, moon mist, tiger's blood, blueberry, juggalo sweat, you'll never get tired of Faygo. Faygo is less expensive than those other guys, and Faygo has a sick-ass name. Faygo, hood approved, juggalo endorsed, and loved by MBPod. Boom.
I'm not gonna lie. The first couple times I heard these ads, I fell for them.
That's good.
That's real.
I was
That's
like,
real.
They're all real.
No, the first one I think I heard was the Alfredo's Pizza one.
Alfredo's Pizza Palace?
Yeah.
That's off Office.
I know.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah,
good.
I love The Office,
So
yeah.
good. So
you know what I was
good.
singing on my way over here?
Hmm.
The what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true.
Yeah.
So
I
good.
don't know why that popped in my head.
So good. Hey,
But
Mr.
I'm
Scott.
yeah.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Dude, that's such a cringeworthy episode.
Everybody says that. I don't think it's that.
Which
bad.
one is it?
That's what Scott's Tots.
Scott Stotts.
Wherever he promised like 10 years
and he
ago that he
brings
was gonna
them- and he
like
brings
pay
them
for these kids'
laptop
college.
batteries.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh
He said
my
he
god.
they think like they're like, oh, we're not getting college, and he's like, but everyone needs a laptop, and they're whatever, and they're like,
You can't do anything without one of these.
batteries. They're lithium. He said they're lithium.
Oh, man.
Dude, such a good one. You didn't think it was cringeworthy?
That
I mean,
was
it
bad.
was.
It made my hands sweat.
It was
I
definitely
enjoyed
top.
it.
I was like, God.
It was
damn
definitely like top.
My
cringe-worthy
biggest
Office
cringeworthy
moments.
moment in the office was whenever Karen was singing karaoke and
Oh, and
had
Jim
his
is like,
phone.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I hate that too.
that
I hate that too.
part.
Trust me. I know exactly what you're
He's
talking
using
about. I
like
hate
his
that.
phone as like a lighter. And,
Yeah.
It's the worst. And he's like, and you can see it on Jim's face. He's like, I fucking hate
Yeah.
this. I hate this. God. John Krasinski. I'll tell you what. Greatest
He's
actor ever.
fantastic. My wife's favorite is Dinner Party. The Dinner Party episode.
That's my favorite
And
too,
that-
by far.
And in terms of like just not a moment, but an episode, that's the most cringeworthy episode.
That one
That was-
night, you made
What he does-
everything all right. Hey, so wrong, so right, all right, all
You know-
right, oh yeah.
The best part about that entire episode is whenever Dwight and Michael are driving home and he passes his babysitter / date at the bus stop.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He doesn't even fucking flinch.
Oh
Love
my
it.
gosh. Dude, that episode is so good.
Yeah.
There's
like,
there's
It's
a
so
couple
real.
moments-
It's so.
$0 a
I'm
year
telling you,
salary,
like
babe.
it's obviously exaggerated, but like that scenario is so real. I'm telling you, so real.
There's a couple
Seen
good
it.
moments. When Pam says she's hungry, she's like, "Oh, is it almost ready?"
Oh my
It's like
god!
it's-
She's like,
it
yeah,
has
you
to
just need the
braise.
asabuco to braise.
It's gonna be 3 hours.
3 hours from earlier.
3 hours from earlier.
You know, Pam, in Spain they don't even eat till 10 p.m. or
Right.
whatever. Oh, God.
And then what is it? What he talks about is plasma.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Whoop!" He like pulls it on the
I
wall,
just
pushes
stand
it back
here
in the
and watch
wall.
it for hours.
Just stand here. And watch.
His plasma, and then his bed.
Yeah,
This is my bed.
This is my bed.
Little
On
bench.
the little end.
That's the foot of the bed.
Small, isn't it?
Damn
Holy
it, dude.
shit.
Yeah.
Jan in her candle room. Whenever I just need to get away, I come in here and
All my candles. Shit.
such a good show, man. Such a good show.
All right, so
Real quick before we get into the BS, do you drink Faygo? You ever had Faygo?
No, I've never had.
You know what Faygo is?
Faygo sucks.
Come on, bro.
Dude,
you can't say that shit, bro.
Sucks.
I mean, they might have stopped watching by now, but you can't say that. Not on this show, dude. I was drinking Faygo last week.
I mean, like, I know Fanta. Like,
That's not the same.
That's a real thing.
Fanta's classic.
Faygo is hood approved, Juggalo endorsed.
It's no good.
Okay? Those are two groups of people. Whenever you meet, boom.
Yeah, no good.
I'm just saying I'm trying to stay away from the Juggalos.
All right, whatever, dude. Whatever. Go. Next topic. Go ahead. Do your thing.
No.
Juggalos are sick.
While we're talking soda, though.
Yeah. You want to talk soda?
I do. Well,
no, okay, because you're going to talk trigger warning.
I'm going to take a piss real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do
do your thing. Yeah, we'll get into
this.
this. I think I know where you're going. Go ahead. Do it.
I do want to do this.
Do it. I watched this too. I was going to throw this on here until I think we both did. Yeah, we both did. Go ahead.
Crip-a-Cola.
Crip-a-Cola. Hey,
dude.
You're wearing a Crip hat right now.
Dude. I'm just saying.
I'm all for it.
I'm down. I'm 100% down.
Let me see walk real quick.
I'm 100% down. Dude, I was watching that episode.
I like Killer Mike. He's a little crazy on some things, like a little too, like some things he's a little, whatever. I like most of his politics, and I like that show a lot. Crip-a-Cola. I'm for it too.
Some of his, because then like
I said, he gets a little too crazy.
The next episode I watched was like the church one, and I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, he's fucking insane sometimes. But yeah.
But the Crip-a-Cola episode, because I was watching, I was like, dude, this is brilliant. And because he was talking about the whole thing in terms of we as Americans, as in the United States, we celebrate criminals. We always have. It's
pretty sick.
And we always will.
Yeah.
Like we love crime. We love criminals. We just do.
From the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy. Anyone.
He made that reference about the Hells Angels, and he's so like, it's so dead on. It's insane.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'm not
it's
like they're
so
more active in California or whatever, like bigger chapters. What do they do that's so legitimate? Like, what do they do? Sell Girl Scout cookies and shit? Like, what the fuck?
No, they do. They do some fundraisers and stuff like that. But
I thought they sold meth.
Okay, they do.
Oh, okay.
They do. That's the
okay. So they're washing money with fundraisers.
That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, that's
like
sick.
I'm
all for that, man.
Because he made that reference, and because he made the reference, he was talking about the Hells. Like, I read about them a little bit today because I knew this was going to come up tonight. I was reading about the Hells Angels. Like, bro, they're recognized as a criminal organization,
absolutely,
by the federal government.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they have legitimate business.
Well, because this is the land of the free.
Right. So they have they set up their motorcycle, as a corporation. They have a legitimate business. They have legitimate revenue streams. Yeah. And it's cool. And their persona, like, obviously the federal government or whatever probably feels differently. But when you say, and they even did it on the episode, like, what about the Hells Angels? And people are like, oh, well, they're not that bad. And they do stuff for the community. They do fundraisers. They do this. They do that. And it's not a big deal. But when they did that Crip-a-Cola thing, they did that blind
taste test
survey.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was
pretty
pretty
interesting.
Explained
it.
Marco, you are a racist.
Yeah, but that one of the first comments, the guy was like, "Hold up, I could literally get shot for drinking this." And like that's
okay. Let me ask you. Okay, what did you think about that? Because Killer Mike thought that was bullshit. That is, depending on where you're at, man, that might be real.
I don't know.
Be real. They tell you not to wear certain colors in certain places, right?
Are they still doing that?
I mean, let's put it this way. I guarantee there are certain places.
Are they still doing that?
Dude, there are certain.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, there has to be certain places.
You'll get it in context in a minute.
Are you guys talking about that show Killer Mike on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, did you watch it? Did you watch it?
We're talking about.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking about that. There's an episode to catch you up really quick. There's an episode where he talks about the Crips. They made this soft drink called Crip-a-Cola to try to legitimize the Crips as, like the Hells Angels, which you kind of walked into. Dude, that's what I said. Sea walking, busting it out. But so I mean, I don't know. I don't go to wherever. But like, that's like, I don't know. That's a thing.
I don't either. And here's the thing. I don't think he definitely didn't play this up in the episode.
Those Crips were so nice.
They
nicest Crips in the world. They really were. It was funny because I don't even think those were Crips, dude. They were lying. Like those dudes were just so. They were like, man, I'm just trying to sell some soda.
We're cracking up. No, because I'm watching with Cheyenne. I'm watching with my wife, and she literally goes, "That dude's name is Murdo."
The funny thing about it is the whole thing was his fucking idea. It's not theirs at all. Like, he literally came with the idea. He like came to them. He was like, "What business would y'all want to start?" And they were like, "I don't know, this." And he was like, "No, we're selling soda. Okay, you guys are selling soda."
And they're like,
and
"All right,
called,
we're down."
And it's called Crip-a-Cola, by the way.
Dude,
Literally, that's exactly what happened.
They didn't talk about it in the episode. Really,
Yeah.
They didn't play it up. But because he set up the Crip-a-Cola, and then he set up Blood Pop, B Pop.
Oh, I didn't know he did Blood Pop.
Yeah, he set up Blood Pop.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously Crip-a-Cola is blue. It's kind of like purplish blue.
Yeah.
Crip-a-Cola.
Okay.
And then they
Burple.
obviously
It's called Burple.
Obviously it's all set up, right?
Yeah.
Like this whole thing is planned out.
Yeah.
But a lot of the feedback was what I just said. People are like, well, what if a blood sees me drinking this? What are they going to think? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And his whole
Are we
point
fighting
is,
over soda? Are people
Maybe.
killing each other?
Who knows?
sodas
That's
now?
what we're trying to figure out.
But his whole right.
Could
But his
happen.
whole point was like it's not really like that. He was just saying like it's not really like that. That's what maybe it was in certain areas at one point in time. However, what it is today, it's not really like that.
Yeah.
So we need to change people's view. And so
That's
he
fair.
went. So he went and met with some bloods, and they did blood pop.
Mm-hmm.
However, and which is obviously red, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't play this up in the
I
episode.
love Faygo Red Pop.
They
by
did
the way.
not. They didn't play it up in the episode, but it makes so much sense that he would use soda, and specifically because you have. He didn't say it this way in the episode, but it's like he's making the comparison that the feud between the Bloods and the Crips is very similar to the feud between Coke and Pepsi.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
Red,
but he
blue.
didn't.
That makes sense.
He did not.
He did
say
not
it
say that, yeah.
because it would trivialize everything, and I
Yeah.
think people would, they would probably not like it. They would be offended by it. But I think that's why he chose
Yeah.
soda. Honestly,
That might make sense.
because it's like, well, yeah, like obviously I want you to buy this, not that, but we're not going to get violent over it.
Okay, so with Killer Mike trying to legitimize the Crips, how much legitimizing do you think he's getting in his pockets? Plenty. He owns that company. That's his shit.
I'm certain
That's
he
his
does.
shit. I don't want him to act like he's the best guy in the world. I like him. I don't want him to act like he's the best guy in the world.
No.
Because that was definitely all his idea, and he knew what he was doing. Because like I said, he came with the idea.
Right.
Like you just kind of said. He knew what he was doing.
Right. But that being said, it's a fucking brilliant idea.
It's a good idea.
It's so
And
smart.
I promise to God, me living in Evansville, Indiana, where Bloods and Crips aren't really a thing, so I'll definitely drink the shit out of that Crip-a-Cola.
I'm getting some Crip-a-Cola.
Wow. Even though I like Red Pop, man, I'm not a Blood gang, okay?
Dude,
I'm not Crip either, but I'll drink the Crip-a-Cola.
I will say I'm mildly obsessed with Killer Mike right now.
Okay. No, I mean, like I said, okay, so he was on Joe Rogan. Pretty good. And like I said, I like his politics. Pretty deep, like 90% of his politics I like. Because it's different than what the average person would think his politics were like.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's more libertarian than anything, and I like it a lot. And his argument is the black man. Why would you want to why would the black man ever want to be disarmed? Like, you know what I mean? So like right to bear arms, like that's huge for him.
Yeah.
And like that makes sense. Why would anyone ever want to be disarmed?
Yeah, I don't get
The only people with guns are, the common thing is criminals, but not just criminals. Man, you know what I'm worried about? Police, the military being the only people with guns. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yep.
That's the only thing I'm worried
You know
about.
what? Okay.
Right.
Speaking of, I was talking about this last night with Nisha. How the people who are always bitching about people who should only have guns are the cops.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, the cops are killing everybody.
Dude, that's how you.
So you want the cops to just? I don't get it. They're the same people
So
that
you
are
just
bitching
want the
about-
cops to murder people,
The
and you
only
say
people
that,
want
yeah.
to have the guns are cops, but the only people then they're like you're
It's
cops are
contradictory.
murdering
It's
them.
very
And
contradictory.
It's like fucking pick one.
That's a lot of politics, though. Very contradictory.
Well, and I don't want to get too far into the whole gun thing, but let's just be real.
Oh, let's dive deep.
If you could snap your fingers and all of the guns are gone and all of the means of creating guns are gone
And you said if, which will never.
and all of the thoughts that people think about how to create new ways to make guns
are gone.
are also gone, if all of those things are gone, then
No guns is okay.
sure. Then no guns is okay.
I would rather
until
get shot
then-
than stabbed.
Yeah.
So I just like keep the guns.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's fair. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fair.
Dude,
Yeah,
and you know what? Getting rid of guns doesn't stop shit. You know how many people get stabbed in London a day?
Yeah, a lot.
And you know how
I don't,
and like
but
you said,
that would suck.
I'd honestly rather get shot
Shoot
3 times
me.
in the chest
Yeah.
than just
Shoot
get
me.
stabbed on a fucking subway
Yeah,
in
you
London.
get a whole long cold metal.
Hey, bruv, come here. Bow, bow. That's how they do it.
Yeah,
You like that, bruv? You little cunt.
Is that your British accent?
You
What?
little fucking cunt.
That's how they talk over there, man. They're stabbing people. That's
Yeah.
man. They're savages over there, and they talk about America being crazy. Are you kidding me? You know how brutal you have to be to stab someone? You have to be a psychopath to be
Pretty
able to
crazy.
stab
Yeah,
someone.
because it's an
You
intimate.
can shoot someone out of self defense.
Yeah.
You can't stab someone out of self defense. Like that's
Well, you could. I
ew.
guess.
No, you can't do that.
So you coming at me right now? I stab you?
I couldn't never.
don't
Or if
know.
you did, you
It-
freak
it's
out and
a-
run away.
It
Because
takes
that's like
more. It takes more effort, and you're more committed to murdering someone if you
stab.
them.
That's what I mean.
Because
Like,
people
you
are
have to
shooting
be
each other now, and it's just
it's
like
much more
I shoot
intimate.
You from 100
much
yards
more.
away.
It's very intimate.
It's very
It's-
intimate.
Yeah, you might as well be making love to the
You
person.
don't know how much you mean to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a.
I swear. They could have shot Caesar. Okay. They
Yeah.
could have shot him.
Made it more dramatic. They
but-
stabbed him.
The reason, yes, I like Trigger Warning. I like the Crip-a-Cola thing. I like listening to him on Joe Rogan.
But you like the music?
Oh my gosh. I don't know how.
You like the white guy too?
Yeah.
He's pretty solid, right?
Dude, I don't know.
Do you listen to that? Run the Jewels?
Run the Jewels?
I don't know. I've heard some, of it, and I liked it. I think, but I'm not. I can't
Stookie,
speak.
who was on here 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
loves Run the Jewels.
Dude, I don't know how I've gone so long without hearing them.
Yeah.
Like,
I know I've heard the name.
I don't know how I've gone so long without hearing.
That's Killer Mike's
And
group.
I'm sure I've heard
Killer Mike is
songs,
one,
but I don't.
Killer
know.
Mike is one half of the duo of Run the Jewels. I don't even know the white dude's name. It's just like I don't know, Blaine or something. Normal white guy name, Blaine.
Because
John.
LP or
Yeah. Hef.
Rick.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, some LP.
I
think, maybe.
can't-
That sounds right.
I can't stop listening to it.
No, it's okay. I
I
don't listen
can't
to it.
stop
I don't
listening
listen
to
to it like that. Honestly, I don't love it, but it's good. I recognize, the quality in there and why people do like it.
Dude.
Real recognize real.
Real recognize real. They looking familiar.
It's like I was thinking about it, and I was like, I was trying to figure out how to describe it. I was listening to it, and I'll be honest, I did in the last couple of months. I tried listening. I listened to like one song because I think it was Joe Rogan kept like I think he talked about it on an episode, and then I think he tweeted something about it, and so I think I listened to like two different songs that he specifically mentioned, and I didn't really get it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, and I don't know, maybe it was just the mood I was in, whatever, I don't know. But a few days ago, I put it on, and I was like, I just put on a playlist. It was like the Run the Jewels Essentials playlist. I put it on. I was like,
Next
what am I
level.
listening?
You liked it?
What the best I can do to describe it, and like maybe you can, maybe you have experience with this or not. I don't know. But the best I can do to describe it is it gave me the same feeling I got when I was in like
When Phantom Menace came out.
no, never. Like 6th grade, 7th grade. So this is pre YouTube,
Okay.
pre Apple
Yeah.
Music, pre Spotify, pre
and
Pandora.
you'd find something.
And you got the rap album, the actual CD.
Yeah, I remember that. Good times.
For the first time, not radio edited, because
Yeah.
again, kids today they can just listen to
They
whatever
don't
they
even
want,
know, dude.
anything that they
don't have
want,
to work for it.
anytime.
Yeah. They never
But-
made the mistake of buying a CD at Walmart.
Right, but back then it was like, well, and then you couldn't always just buy any CD.
No.
You know?
You had to buy popular shit,
Well,
essentially.
right, but I mean, you couldn't even necessarily buy it. Like if it was explicit, they might not sell it to you.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
Or if your parents were super strict about explicit music, like mine were.
Yeah.
Then I just didn't have free reign on that. So like, but so it was like you had to borrow it from a friend. It was like, and you listened to like this rap album, unedited, for the first time in headphones, and you're just like, oh, what? Because it's so. You've never heard anything like it. It's not on the radio. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you hear some of that, and it just gave me that. It gave me that same feeling.
It was a great feeling to buy an album and listen to it for like the first time, like as a whole. Like the last one, like not the last album I bought a physical copy of, but like the last one I really remember and like that meant something to me. I'm like a huge 50 Cent fan. Obviously the music's fallen off like, over the years or whatever, but it doesn't matter. He's one of the greatest. And the first album is one of the greatest ever. But the second album was called The Massacre. And it's the one that had like Candy Shop on it and stuff like that. We all remember that. My mom had just started dating my stepdad. And me and him, he took me to get this thing. Right? He took me. And like I was,
trying to
seventh,
get cool
6th or
points.
7th. Yeah, exactly. I was like
Trying to get
7th
in.
grade maybe. I got this and I threw it in my CD player and we were in the car and we had like a 2-hour car ride. It was just me and him. Threw this thing in. And I'll tell you what, the first, like the intro on that CD is like him like plugging the CD in, and you hear like a bullet like hit the ground and like roll around or whatever. Like that's the noise, like the
Right.
And then it goes right into it, man. I'll tell you, like, I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. Like music does that to me though.
Why are
like,
you driving 2 hours to get a CD?
No, like, okay, so you got me the CD for the ride, essentially. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
okay.
For wherever you're driving.
Yeah, for wherever we're driving to. Dude, oh my god, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to that. He lived in the middle of nowhere. So we'll go ahead. Let's keep it moving. You watched Fyre Festival, Doc?
Bro,
I've been meaning.
have you watched
Dude,
it?
you should have watched it. We talked about it, dude.
Okay,
come on, man. Ja Rule, baby.
Not only did I watched the Netflix one.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one. You
one
dug
on
deeper
Hulu.
on YouTube.
There's one. No, there's one on Hulu.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
thought it was the same thing. I didn't know.
Is it different?
It's different.
Mm-hmm. They started a GoFundMe for this lady who you saw that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no. Finish.
There's a caterer. She was a
Netflix
caterer for like the staff and like the the attendees and all that kind of stuff. And she went bankrupt because she had all these employees working, like extra employees to handle all this demand, and then she didn't get paid. But she like paid her life savings to these employees to pay them.
Right.
So she like went bankrupt and shit. And she lives in the middle of this fucking island.
Right.
Like she was done, and then like she's made over close to $200,000 now on a GoFundMe. She didn't start it; someone did it for her. Now she's back to balling.
I would say overall,
You know what I'd do if they did that for me? I'd buy a Hublot immediately. Nice Patek Philippe watch. Immediately, half of it gone. Thanks. That's what she should do. She should just ball out. She should just ball out. You know what? I got $200,000. I could restart my life, or I could buy a Lamborghini, and then she'd just be the only one on the island with a Lamborghini doing donuts on this 3 square mile island. That'd be sick, right?
what do you know about Patek? Wait, what was that watch?
A Patek Philippe?
Yeah,
whatever.
What do you know about those?
You hear a lot of people talk about them in rap music.
Are they really?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I mean, like, so like for the longest time in like hip hop, early 2000s. This is what's funny about rap now. Early 2000s. You remember what cars they were driving? Escalades.
Yeah.
Hummers. Mm-hmm. Now what are they driving?
Gator boots.
Now they're driving like fucking Bugattis
boots?
and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the level of like
changes.
what they're doing. So like back then, a Rollie was everything. That's never been the greatest timepiece in the world.
No.
There's Audemars Piguet or Piguet, whatever however you pronounce it. Audemars,
I'm not even
Audemars. You know what I'm talking
Audemars,
about? Yeah. Patek Philippe, Hublot. All these are like 3 huge, and that's what like Jay-Z leveled that shit up. He was like, Jay-Z was the first to start buying Bentleys. Jay-Z was the first to start buying these crazy watches, and now everyone's trying to follow. So that's I know a little bit about it.
I mean, we're talking about like $20,000 watches.
I do know. Did I not tell you whenever I was down in Miami last year? When I went with my dad or whatever.
Yeah.
So we were in Sunny Isles. There's like a suburb of Miami, like super rich, like little whatever.
Yeah.
It's 2 miles away, and there was like a jewelry store. Whenever I was out walking around one day, and I went up to it, and I think they're advertising those watches, and I was like, "What the fuck? Holy shit!" Like I'm gonna go in here and look at these. Went up to the door, and it was locked. Like
it's locked.
And
They're not letting you in,
there's a
bro.
guy.
Said you're not
No, they
on
let
the
me in,
list.
but the guy like he like looked me up and down,
He
and like
judged you.
it's not that you never know who has money down there. You know what I mean? Because
Sure.
people are
can have a
vacationing down there, and
pretty
everyone
woman
down there
moment.
typically has money. You either live there or you're vacationing there. You know what I
Right.
mean? So he was like, no threat here. Buzzed me in. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I can buy this stuff. And I'm talking to him, you know what I mean? And he's like, no, you can't buy this stuff. He knew immediately, so he just like kind of left me alone. And yeah, dude, those things are in there, $100,000 watches.
Yeah.
Insane.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. I was really thinking about a smash and grab right there. I was like,
Yeah, that'd be a bad idea.
what are my chances?
shoot you,
what are my
bro.
chances?
They're not filing a police
What are
report.
the chances that I can get out of here alive?
0.
He's
He's
got
got
a
better
better
chances of going having sex with Richard Gere and coming back and having your pretty woman moment, and you're saying, "Oh, you made a big mistake."
You work on commission, right?
Commission? Huge mistake.
At first I was lost in that reference, but then you brought it full. Like you finished it out right.
you know
You
what
got
I'm
it.
talking
You
about.
got
You
it.
know what's so weird? I swear to you, I was thinking about that movie and that scene from the movie on my way to work this morning. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's because Dwight.
weird.
It was when Dwight
Oh
bought
yeah,
that wizard.
Dwight. Yeah, he bought him. Yeah,
No,
came in with
he had
blood
blood
all
on his
over.
hands.
Beet juice.
Oh shit, yeah.
No, but tell Mike about the Fyre
All right,
Festival.
The Fyre Festival. All right, so I watched the whole Netflix documentary, and I watched like 3/4 of the Hulu documentary.
Mm-hmm.
They're both good. I think I like the Netflix one a little more. However, the Hulu one is funnier.
Yeah.
Like they play random clips. They play the
Monica.
dude, they play the Ja Rule clip, which I've heard it, but I forgot about it. But they play the Ja Rule, or it's the Dave Chappelle clip. He does a bit about like, I guess like Ja Rule said something or did something and people were offended by it or something like that. But Dave Chappelle has a bit where he's saying like, who the fuck cares? Like, why is anyone listening to Ja Rule?
Mm-hmm.
And then he talks about like, hold on, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to get Ja Rule on the phone, figure out what he like. And they put that clip in the middle. It was, dude,
trolling on the Hulu
for sure. But overall, it is insane.
I'll check it out.
Watch both documentaries because, dude, it's fucking fascinating.
So did the Hulu documentary kind of stick to like the narrative that these guys were not the worst people in the world and they just had big dreams and could not pull it off?
No, Hulu makes them seem a little bit worse.
Okay.
So the Hulu documentary did. They spent a little more time on whatever that company was, Magnesis.
Yeah.
So the Netflix documentary kind of started at like, boom, disaster, and then kind of went back and kind of showed you the events leading up to the disaster and then a little bit of the aftermath. The Hulu documentary kind of just started at the beginning, in his bullshit ass company, Magnesis or whatever.
Yeah.
That was like ridiculous.
Who's
oh shit, that's what I wanted. That's why I wanted to talk about
it. It's these guys that started this festival. Like these two guys.
It's Billy McFarlane.
Billy Zane.
McFarlane. Billy Zane.
I'm glad you
Billy
fucking
Zane
said that
with
because
the
that was
shaved head.
what went in my head.
Billy
It's
Zane.
Titanic
Billy
guy, right?
McFarlane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he started a company called Magnesis that was like a credit card company, and it was supposed to be the black card for the millennials.
Yeah.
And it had all these
It's like the Rush card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Walmart cash card.
Yeah, exactly.
But it had all these like benefits,
Great rates,
and you could, stuff like that. Yeah, it had benefits where you could get exclusive tickets, and they had like this townhouse or this apartment, this loft apartment where they'd host parties and shit. Anyway, but it was a lot of talk. And he didn't deliver. But they were doing interviews with employees from that company, and they showed this woman, and she goes. And she's describing what it was like working there, and she was like, "Yeah, it was kind of like The Office, only not endearing at all." And it was like because they hired that guy Grant or whatever, Billy, the main guy, hired this other guy, Billy Zane hired this other dude, and he was going to be the guy, like the guy that knew shit, but he didn't know anything, and they were just insane. She was saying Billy Zane, the Billy Zane character. It's not actually Billy Zane. We need to make that clear. People are going to be confused. It's not actually so Billy Zane. But that dude...
I'll tell Billy we were just playing.
That dude, he was like the Michael Scott.
Yeah.
And then the Grant guy was like Dwight. He was like Dwight, where he's just constantly like Billy!
I like that.
Tattling on everyone. But so when that company Magnesis was like kind of starting to go down, is right around the time they started hearing about Fyre, and the people from Magnesis were like, hold the fuck on. He's doing what? Like, wait a minute. He's going to go start some other scam? Like, we're
scamming right now.
Scamming
dude,
right now.
On,
what are you talking about?
Stop,
like,
dude.
Their mind was blown.
The scams.
Their mind was blown to begin with.
If you're not scamming, what are you doing? Okay?
But yeah, it's just, I honestly don't think it was I kind of tend to agree that it was just, I don't think it was a flat out scam.
No, I think they wanted to be able to do it, but then but it was
just silly.
But also he didn't. First of all, it was silly, but and they didn't do it like if me and you were to start a business, they didn't do it that way. Like we'd be starving. You know what I mean? They were still balling.
Yeah,
they were still balling out.
They're balling the whole time. Yes, they're balling the whole time.
Balling on this fucking island wwhere everything's 20 times more expensive to get it there. They're balling out.
Right.
With Ja Rule, baby. You know his appearance fee? Come on,
Ja
man.
Rule, baby.
He costs like $30 to show up, dude. The way you look, the style set up. Dude, he was...
$30 the weekday rate.
So good.
It's the weekday rate.
Yeah, dude. Oh, my God. I just have him perform all day. I'd be like, play that and then Mesmerized on repeat. Just perform.
Get him down here.
Dude, let's look into that. Let's look into that for next
some
episode.
Of the 14 people on YouTube, and they could all do a GoFundMe.
Absolutely, dude. If we take his 20 followers and add them to our 14,
that's 34.
Holy shit, that's more than me.
Yeah.
So anyway, watch the documentary
Watch
because
it.
I've been meaning to because I know you guys talked
it's
about it. I was
insane.
like, I should probably do my homework.
But no, it's. I mean, just imagine. In a nutshell, this is what it is. The three of us right now are like,
let's do Coachella better,
bro. Let's do Coachella, but better on a deserted island.
Pablo Escobar's old deserted island.
And it's like, oh, sick. Yeah, let's do that. When should we do it? In like 2 years from now? No, like
2 days.
Months. This summer.
Let's do it Saturday.
Like seriously, that's like how
and you're like,
planning.
wait, what do you mean? Like 5 or 6 months from now? Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no plumbing on that island, right?
Right, and like, what do any of us know about that? Nothing. Only one of us happens to be able to go and borrow millions of dollars. Like, it's the three of us with everything that we know in the world.
All our knowledge. We might know more than them.
Right. It's
We
what
could
we
probably throw a pretty dope ass party.
Dude, we could at least build a building. They couldn't do
Give
that
me
by
a few
themselves.
$1 million. We'll do something pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, it'd be
It's
sick.
what
for sure.
we know. Only you have access to people that will loan you literally millions of dollars
cool.
to fund this
That's the
bullshit
dream.
fantasy.
We can have a
the
really
dream.
cool party. You might have to poop in a bush,
Yeah.
but we'll party.
because
Dude, but here's the thing: if they would have pitched it that way, people might have been down.
they might have
But
been
they
down
didn't
if
pitch
they
it
were
that way.
Drink a beer, poop in a bush.
They pitched it, and
have
I'd
a
be
good
down.
night.
Like if I knew, like, oh shit, it's
That's
gonna be
what
like
it
this,
was.
but like I have to poop in a bush.
But
I'll
you're
do
ready
that.
for it, yeah.
I'll do
Yeah.
that. Let me bring my own
shake my
Charmin.
hand.
You
Let's
can bring
do
Charmin
this.
on a plane,
Because
you know what I mean.
yeah, but I mean, they literally
They just pitched it too. Like they set the expectation too high,
well, they don't,
and they didn't deliver.
they don't have
anything.
any.
They didn't
Like,
deliver
I'm not
anything.
saying, like, obviously this dude's kind of smart. And he's obviously
Somewhat.
a very good salesman.
Somewhat.
And he's done some things, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know anything about doing a
No,
festival.
no.
But he paid people that knew shit, and everyone was like, "Yeah, but we can't do it." And he's
we
like,
can't
"Just
do this."
you'll be able to do
Like,
it."
dude, we're used to
And they're
doing
like,
this.
Figure it
He's
out.
like, you do this in the desert all the time. They're like, yeah, but it's in the United fucking States.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
shit's like different over there. They have electricity on this island.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's called the United States. It's a bigger island.
Yeah. So anyway, that's basically what happened.
That's what it is.
It's worth watching.
It is a.
I'll check
It's
one
a
of them out.
meltdown, and it's watch it.
It's awesome.
Are you wearing Drew House?
Hey, I'm gonna go take a pee again. Am I the first person to go pee twice on this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I drank too much beer.
You're the
That's
first
impressive. But you are drinking beer. No one's done that on the podcast yet. No one.
Yeah, we did. We did with Gower.
Oh, I didn't drink any fucking Bud
Yes,
Light.
you did.
I
No,
didn't
you
drink-
didn't drink Bud Light.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you drink?
You drank a. It was a all day IPA.
Oh,
you drank Founders.
I'll drink that all day. You wearing Drew House?
Drew House. What the? I feel like you're setting.
You
me
don't
up
know
for
what Drew
something.
House is? Drew House clothing?
Nope.
You super fan?
I don't.
You're a poser, dude. You're a poser.
I'm not a poser.
You're a poser.
What are you talking about?
Drew House Clothing is a new clothing line that came out yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know about the.
well, I mean,
fucking
it's your guy.
clothing
You're
line
you're tapped in.
yesterday.
You're tapped in. It's your guy. So whose clothing line is it? If it's your guy, whose clothing line is it?
Bieber?
Oh, see, you know, Bieber.
Really?
A lot of khaki colored shit. It's ugly. It's terrible.
I'm wearing khakis right now.
I mean, no, but it's not like that. Google it really quick if you can. I mean, I don't know if you can pull it up, but like
it sounds. Drew House.
Drew House. Drew's apparently his middle name or something like that. Justin Drew Bieber. I don't know. But it's a lot of smiley faces and khaki colors.
I'm down. I'm down with it.
I mean, it's not the best clothing line ever. I'll promise you that. If you actually go to the website, I don't know if you can. Like I said, a lot of khaki colors.
A lot of smiley faces.
Like a lot of stuff like that. And you
Yeah.
see like those. I do kind of like the shorts that say Drew across the crotch. I don't know why they say that. Like I said, I guess it's Drew House, but a lot of smiley faces. That's Bieber's new thing. So there you go. You can buy some. Are you gonna buy a shirt now?
No.
Would you if they actually look like something you like? You're not gonna support your guy?
Nah.
Come on, dude. You're such a fake fan.
Dude,
you love that guy.
I do my own thing.
I do my own thing.
I do my own thing with clothing.
I do
all
my
right?
own thing with clothing. I chop down trees. Does it look like I can chop down trees in this?
I do.
In this smiley face
I
shirt?
just do my own thing with clothing. Okay. Like
Yeah.
you do your thing, and then I'll do my thing.
Okay.
With clothing, I
Yeah.
do my own thing.
We get it. Hey, do you want to do your own thing with clothes? You just
Yeah.
want to wear what you want to wear?
I'm gonna wear what I want to wear.
Okay.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
I thought you wanted to wear Bieber clothes.
Nope. No Bieber clothes for me.
I just want to say that door fucks me up every time I come out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
I knew I
'cause
was coming the
It's
second
like
time.
Willy Wonka's house.
It's fucking the same wall.
Yeah,
or
you don't even
whatever.
know. You
And
gotta
I was-
feel around
as
for
soon
it.
as I open the door, I'm like lost.
Just look for the
And
chandelier on the wall. That's what you gotta
I knew
turn.
it was coming the second time.
House of Mirrors.
And then the second time I
Sean,
just
for those
fucked
of
it
you who don't know, Sean's door handle is a chandelier. Okay,
Yeah.
it is a
No,
beautiful
it's not the
crystal.
door. Oh,
It's a
okay.
beautiful crystal.
It's antique.
It's sick.
up. Yeah.
Antique.
And his door is made out of wallpaper. so you can't find it on the wall.
I got lost.
Mike, what's your vote really quick? I don't want to dive too deep into it. What's your vote on Marvel versus DC?
Yeah, we have to talk about this because you guys are both the worst.
Okay, start with this. Characters in general. Just as universes, as characters. Movies aside.
Honestly, I'm going to go Marvel.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever you think is fine, dude. You're wrong, but whatever you think is fine.
To be on your side, I would say Batman over anything on the whole...
In the world.
Either one of them. Yeah. Batman universe takes the cake.
Okay.
But as far as like a whole...
Well, because the one thing Marvel has that I do love is X-Men. I love X-Men.
I don't give a
shit. And
Spider-Man.
I like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's awesome, which I saw in the hallway when I went to take a piss. And I appreciate
Spider-Man,
that.
dude,
it was just standing there chilling on the floor.
You should see his son's Batman, dude.
11
You should see his
tall.
son's Batman picture.
Oh yeah, I'll show you. My son
is sick.
He
bro.
drew a pretty dope Batman.
Hell yeah.
Don't downplay that shit.
It's dope. We need to frame it. We need to frame it.
I mean, blow it up first, but then yes. It's that good. Like it's like it's just the logo, but it's like sick. It looks like
logo.
The logo is hard to
It looks
draw,
like
though.
something if you paid a graphic designer to literally make you a Batman logo, like an original one, it'd be like this.
It's that legit.
It's weird. It's weird that it's this cool. Like I'm not gonna lie, I saw it on his fridge or whatever. And I was like, that's fucking sick. And he was like, I know, right? And I was like, no, you don't.
You don't get it.
It's like
You
you
don't
don't.
appreciate
That's
it.
your son.
This
You
is
just don't get it.
Okay,
You just don't get it.
so Batman over everything.
Batman
Established.
over everything.
Got it. Okay,
But
but
if
then
you take
past that,
if you take Batman out of DC,
Take him out of the
I'm picking
equation just for a
Marvel,
minute.
Probably.
That's fair. Who's the best superhero in
because
Marvel?
they're real people.
I would Spider-Man for sure.
Spider-Man's the Marvel goat.
Yeah. And then
Absolutely.
and then for me, Iron Man and Captain America. I thought Captain America was kind of.
I hate Captain America.
I didn't like.
Are we talking about movies or we're talking
Just
about
superheroes.
either
just the character
In
in
general.
general?
You like superhero? You
general.
like Captain
The whole
America as a
thing.
superhero
I
for
think
real?
Captain America's pretty badass.
Dude, I like him.
I can see
I'm pro America.
It's a cornball.
I
like,
love
get the
America.
fuck outta
I
here
love
type
America,
idea.
but I think that's a terrible ass superhero.
What Marvel did with their characters straight up was they made them relatable. That's what they did because the DC characters are not relatable. They're Titans. They're Titans.
first
They're
of all,
not relatable. Fact.
Your parents didn't get
Facts.
murdered by Two-Face?
Hold
Okay,
on,
or whoever did it.
Two-Face?
Whoever did it.
Yeah,
It depends on what you watch.
I guess there's a lot of different.
Because there is one where they get murdered by Two-Face.
Really?
No,
Not by Two-Face.
No,
dude, I'm
they get
fucking
murdered
fried.
by the Joker.
The Joker. Okay,
That's
no,
in
I'm
the
sorry.
Tim Burton.
It's
movie
in
that he
Tim
did.
Burton's
Drunk.
Batman.
Drunk. That's what I'm saying.
And people
Drunk.
were outraged by that.
Exactly, because that's not. That's not apparent. I'm not a big comic guy.
I
I'm not a
can't
comic.
remember.
That's what you just
read
said.
comics. You read
some
comics.
Batman comics. Yeah.
Bro, you
Okay,
are
so
spiraling.
how did it happen?
You are
I
spiraling.
mean, I don't know for sure. I think the name that they give is Jack Napier is a name that I've heard, but that's another name for the Joker, so that might be the same type story.
What the fuck are
Who
you
knows?
two
how
talking about right
Batman's
now?
parents
Batman's
really
murdered.
died.
Yeah, his
How they
parents
really
got
died
murdered.
in the comics, like in the comics, how they really died. Do you know?
I think
Someone shot them.
Who?
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Who?
It was a nobody.
Yeah, it was some. Yeah, it
was
some
nobody.
Joe
It was a
Schmo
Okay,
petty-
so
guy.
it
they,
was
so
a
they never
petty
tried to
criminal.
loop that into the story.
I mean, there's been multiple.
Gotham's
storylines, I'm sure.
Gotham's
but-
just fucking flooded with these fucking creatures,
Hey,
and they just
there's
nobody.
apparently three
That's the
different
point.
Jokers.
Three different
came out-
Jokers?
Yeah, they came up with somewhere. There's like three different Jokers.
Three different jokes. Oh
so
yeah,
it's not just one.
Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and then the other guy,
Yeah,
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, nailed it.
Right?
That's 100%.
Those are the Spider-Mans.
Oh no,
Tool.
Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
What?
Heath
Jack
Ledger.
Nicholson.
Okay, yeah, but how did you get the
Heath Ledger,
I thought
Joaquin
you-
Heath
Phoenix.
Ledger.
Yeah.
He did the Spider-Man.
Jared Leto. There's four, Mike. You're wrong.
There's four.
You're wrong.
There's four. In the,
You're wrong.
In the line.
Okay, is Joker best Batman villain?
Yes.
I said Joker versus Bane, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I love them both.
Best villain in the movies or period? Bane's better in
I'm
the
a-
movie than he is in like.
I would say
They make him better in the movie than they do in the
a lot of
original
people
movies.
didn't like the Tom Hardy Bane. I thought he was badass.
Come on, dude. He
I
was
didn't
sick.
like him.
He was, yeah,
Dude,
I
don't
think people
do
didn't like
that.
him because he wasn't like the wrestler, like the you know what I mean, like he was more badass.
He was
you
more
know what a
badass because
fucking insult-
they made him just like a buff piece of shit and all the other
Yes,
all the other stuff.
that's what I was gonna say.
And this
in the one where with Arnold
dude,
Schwarzenegger, where he
come
all
on.
he just says is "I'm Bane," or something like that,
and he's like
he flexes
fucking
and, like,
green
punches holes
tubes
through
and
walls.
shit. Yeah,
Fuck
it's
that
so
guy.
stupid. I love that movie to be
That
honest.
movie was really cool.
But-
Listen.
But that was not Bane.
That was not
Listen. Listen.
Damn it, dude! Stop.
He was
Tom Hardy.
he was a badass
God damn it.
almost the whole movie, and then all of a sudden
He cried.
they lifted up the curtain and he was just a puppet
Yeah, that sucked.
for that chick.
Yeah,
He got friend zoned by Miranda Tate.
Exactly,
and that's
he was
fair.
just a fucking puppet. He was nobody.
That's fair.
He
but
was just a mouthpiece.
That was really
to be fair though, if like he didn't have feelings for her and they fought, he'd win. So there you go. Okay, bang the goat.
He would
He's still
win.
the goat. Dude,
But
he put his hand on that dude's shoulder.
But you're saying,
said, "Do
but
you
you're
feel in
saying,
charge?"
shit. That is
Boom.
that's-
That is sick. That is sick.
No.
He's like, I paid you a lot of money.
the whole thing.
So good.
The whole thing is sick.
got some
And
really
then,
sick
and then they
Yes.
they chopped his legs off.
What about
They
when
did.
Hines Ward got that touchdown? He's like, and everyone's like, "There's people dead behind you."
Who
And
the fuck is Hines Ward?
that was Hines Ward.
I know.
You know who he
I'm
is.
just saying,
He's a Steelers. He's a Steelers
I
great.
know, number
You can't
87.
downplay.
right.
You can't down.
Touchdown
Best
pass.
blocking wide receiver ever, by the
He
way.
was.
So do you have?
was.
So you don't have a vote?
On
Best
the,
Batman villain, right? Is that what I said?
I'm going Joker.
Period.
How do we end up on best Batman?
What
vote?
are we
We're talking
talking
about
about?
Marvel versus DC.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Whatever, dude.
Marvel's D-
Period. Batman's involved.
Fuck.
You can't
I
take
guess
him out
I'm
of
gonna
it.
have to go DC.
Okay,
then,
well,
Batman.
there we go.
Because Batman takes
Well,
the
there
cake
we
on
go.
any of them.
There we go.
a
Batman. What do you
loophole.
mean? Batman's not a loophole.
Batman-
Your
Batman's
argument-
a superhero.
your argument
Batman
was a
is
loophole.
badass. His villains are badass. The scene.
It's the
city-
best. It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
it's the
and
best.
I'm not gonna.
to be
I'm
fair,
not gonna argue
DC
that.
lacks. The other people are kind
God
of like,
damn it, dude.
The Flash is pretty badass.
Flash is sick as
Love
fuck.
the
Yeah, he's
Flash.
badass.
Superman's kind of a gay boy.
He's just too strong.
So long, gay boys. And then he just flies out.
Just out to Krypton.
Oh,
Dude, no. Oh my, dude. Superman's just like they knew what they were doing when they made him, but they didn't know what would happen. Like they made him in like 1930 whatever.
Yeah.
When they're like, oh, being invincible is perfect, and then like nowadays it's like, but you have to keep that brand going, and he can't be beaten unless you make some crazy shit happen. Nowadays people are like, oh no, they're melting down kryptonite and like fucking just throwing it in the atmosphere just to choke him out and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't stop this man.
Batman made him his bitch.
He did.
He did.
All he had to do is throw that shit in his belt.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on. Wait,
But
I'm
then
fighting
to be-
Superman?
yeah.
Okay.
And that's because
Nerd.
Superman's
He's
just-
like, I only
yeah.
had to throw hands with this dude. Let me just grab this green.
Yeah, just grab this green
That's all I
shit,
did. Let me
fart
just
in
grab
your
this green
face.
shit. Any green? I can grab any green shit? No, you gotta grab a green
green
rock.
shit.
Oh, I can find that. You can grab that.
Find a green rock. in the ocean
Easy.
and weaponize it and
Easy.
fart in your face with it.
All right, that's enough of this ridiculous Marvel DC bullshit.
DC.
DC.
I'm so done talking about this.
But if Iron Man could transfer over,
Iron Man's pretty cool.
Iron Man's dope.
Iron Man's pretty cool.
But he's like the Marvel Batman though.
Black Panther is a Marvel Batman.
Oh, that's. I mean, they're both. They
solid
realistically are both very similar. They
They're
have
both
no
very
super.
similar.
None of them have any superpowers.
Yeah, they're
Just
rich,
smart and
badass.
money.
And Black Panther, he's the only one. I mean, Batman can fight. Tony Stark can't fight.
That's true.
That's the one thing. He can't throw hands.
Tony Stark, yeah, he's
Can't
just a
throw
bitch in a
hands.
suit.
Can't throw hands. You think Robert Downey Jr. can throw hands?
Oh, but we're talking about which by the way, fucking Robert Downey Jr. man,
yeah.
Legend.
What about him?
legend.
Yeah.
The only white guy to get away with blackface in the
Yep.
past 20 years.
Yep,
Yes.
That
exactly.
makes you a legend.
Exactly.
That makes you a legend.
Yeah.
Dude, when he came back, because he had his like falling out, right?
What do you mean?
He was like breaking people's houses, smoking crack.
Yeah.
Right?
It was. Dude, him and Charlie
Sleep on the
Charlie
floor?
Sheen got away from each other. It was
Yeah.
okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was bad, but he was so talented that like there was never a period like where he wasn't getting work. Like he
Like, we'll put up with this
like
bullshit.
he's
I guess.
literally in the crack house, and then like, but people are calling him like, yo, you want this movie gig, whatever. But they would write up the most, because I read about this. They wrote up, I think it was honestly for the first Iron Man. They were still doing this because that was the start of his real comeback, was the first Iron Man. But his contract had the most insane shit in it in terms of like check-ins that he had to do and all of this stuff.
Like, guidelines. Like, dude, we'll give you this money, but like, you're a piece of shit right now. So
Right,
get your
but
shit
like
together.
it just, because when I read it, I was just cracking up. I was like, that's like how good he is that
They'll put up with this shit.
like they're willing to pay him millions. They're
Yeah.
willing to risk tens of millions,
Yeah.
hundreds of millions. They're all of this because they want him, and so they're scripting this. You have to text us every night at 10 o'clock, and you like all this bullshit.
And at the end of the day, it's a contract, so it's ironclad, but not when a drug addict is signing it. You know what I mean? This dude's a crackhead.
anyone else, they'd just be like, bye. Bye. Like, we're not putting up with this bullshit. We'll just get fucking Jake Gyllenhaal.
If this is the NFL, you'll never work again, Robert Downey.
Right. Like,
never.
we don't care. We'll just get Paul Walker in here. It'll be fine. Like, we don't care. But nope. They had to have him, and whatever we have to do, whatever crazy shit we have to do to make it work, we're gonna do.
All they had to do was give him 3 bottles of Listerine a day on set. He had to be able to drink it and to drink that Listerine in his trailer.
We're talking about Batman. Have you heard about the new Batman?
2020?
I don't know, dude. The date is changed like
It's not Affleck, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not gonna be
It's
Affleck.
Christian Bale again.
Have you heard about it at all? It's not Christian. It's not Christian.
But they
Bale.
are bringing nipples back on the Batsuit.
The Matt Reeves
Hopefully.
Batman.
That one.
No,
Christopher
not really.
Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves is
Oh,
back.
they're bringing him
They're
back.
gonna exhume the body.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That I would
Put him up on
probably
some
do better
strings.
than
What
the
Eminem say?
actual
Crawl
movie.
up on you like Christopher Reeves.
Yeah. What did he say?
That's how
about
that's
Christopher
how
Reeves?
Batman's gonna get those kills, man.
So if you've heard anything about it,
Not a lot. I know that what they're gonna do, Deathstroke or something, but then that kind of scrapped, right?
I don't know about
Danny DeVito's coming back as Penguin.
No,
Fuck yeah, he was a badass.
they said it's gonna be.
He's a badass.
They said it's gonna be
Pop.
a bunch of villains, but Matt Reeves said
Isn't that how all the movies are now? Like just period, a bunch of villains.
Throw
Yeah,
as much shit as you
That's
can
what
in there at
Spider-Man
once.
looks like. A bunch of villains.
the new one. No, it's 2.
But who those
like
big
one.
fucking monsters? What are all
Who
those?
is-
To be determined. We don't know. Go
The-
ahead, but keep going.
But
Sorry.
so it's called The Batman. Matt Reeves is doing it. Which do you know him?
So that sounds like a prequel type, like an early Batman movie.
I don't think it's going to be.
But doesn't that sound that way?
It kind of sounds that way, but I don't think it's going to be. But he's describing it
I like
as
that.
as a
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
as a as a
Such a good video.
he's describing it as a noir inspired detective movie. That's
Okay.
what he's describing it as.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to take every noir-inspired film in history
No,
and replace anytime they say "give me a lighter" with "give me a charger," just to modernize it a bit. Give me a charger. Would that be okay?
I'd be all right with that.
Rain pouring down.
Give me a charger.
Give me a charger.
I'm
Stressed out. Give me a charger.
So what I'm hearing though is that they're gonna play up the detective angle of Batman, which they haven't really done that much in movies, which is exciting because that's something new. But I'm most excited about it because it's not connected to any of the other bullshit, which means it actually has a fighting chance.
Yeah, it has a chance to be
because that
yeah, good.
whole situation
And by
is
bullshit,
just
you don't
going
mean
down in
you don't
flames.
mean Batman movies in general or anything like that. You just
You
mean
just
the
mean this
recent
new
DC
DC
movies.
universe.
Yes.
the DCEU, the DC Extended Universe,
Yeah.
Fuck the
which is
EU.
all garbage except Wonder Woman, and that
Wonder Woman was good.
that barely made it.
Still haven't seen it.
That barely made it out
Seriously?
alive, man.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I hear it's good, though.
It's
It
cool.
was in the
I
final
got an 8.3 on IMDb or something like
good.
that.
in the
last time I checked.
final moments of that movie. It was coming off the rails.
Yeah.
Like if the movie was 10 minutes longer, they would have blown it.
We all agree that
would've
villain,
blown it.
that villain in Suicide Squad, best villain ever.
The wavy arm
that
guy
movie sucked so hard.
is the worst movie.
So disappointing.
But
Yeah,
they're, I
fuck
mean,
that.
honestly,
I'm so glad they didn't
they're
give
all
that bitch ass
bad.
Jared Leto a fucking movie like that.
What about the new Joker movie though?
Joaquin? It's gonna be sick, bro.
Maybe.
It's gonna be sick.
I don't know.
Dude,
We'll see.
I love
Maybe.
him.
The-
I love
I
him.
like
Again,
He's
the
crazy
hope
enough to make it good though.
the hope for that one is again, it's not connected to any of the other
Yeah,
bullshit.
true.
So
What are,
it
what,
has a
what are the
chance.
greatest Batman roles we've had? Christian Bale as Batman is great.
Michael Keaton,
Heath
bro.
Ledger. I mean,
Heath
okay,
Ledger.
yeah, okay,
Heath
Michael
Ledger's
Keaton.
number
But I'm saying
Michael
Heath
Keaton.
Ledger and Christian Bale are the ones that come to my head. Michael Keaton, I like him too. I really do.
Put
But I'm
Danny
saying
DeVito
the
at
one,
number
the
two,
reason
man.
I'm saying these two though is because they're both method actors, and so is Joaquin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a psychopath.
yeah,
He can
is.
make it great.
They have to be fucking insane to do that.
To do that role, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, no, just to be a method actor in
Oh
general.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Dude, I would hate fucking working with those dudes.
I know, but it would be cool to be there just to
It'd
watch.
be okay to watch
for
it
like a
if I
day
didn't
or
have to
two.
talk to him or something.
Real quick,
Yeah.
and then we'll move on. But do you know who Matt Reeves is? Do you know what he's famous for?
No, I remember reading it, but I can't remember. off
Do
the top
you
of my
Space
know?
Jam.
head. Space Jam.
Is this just your thing? You just say the most off the wall shit
What?
that pops in your head.
Hey, you're gonna get me every time too, because I don't have a very good.
He's
gonna
attention
believe
span.
everything you say.
No, and I'm
And-
gonna jump
but
straight
the crazy,
into Space
the crazy
Jam.
thing is, he wasn't the director of Space Jam. He was the
He
Blue
was the
Monster.
writer.
No, he was the Blue
Oh,
Monster.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sean.
Nerd life.
Tell him what he's doing now.
He did Planet of the Apes.
That's right. I knew it was something.
Not the first one.
These recent
strong.
Yeah, those movies are pretty badass.
He did 2 and 3. He did
Caesar.
Those movies are great, dude.
Those movies are badass.
Caesar versus Koba, who?
Caesar.
That's fair.
Yeah, 100%.
Koba's badass. But Caesar wins all day.
Whenever you say Koba, I think of the fighter from what was that movie?
Never
Warrior.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Koba. That's what
you're
I
right.
think of. The big Russian lands on American.
That's a dope.
So he
movie.
did Planet of the Apes. I did not know that.
He did Planet of the Apes.
So it could be really good.
He did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then he did War of the Planet of the Apes.
So he didn't do the first one with Franco.
That was my favorite one.
That's not my favorite one.
What?
That was my favorite.
That was my
one.
I loved it, but it was my least favorite one. Dude, I promised.
It's everyone's least favorite.
I'm not gonna say I promise you
my
because you
favorite.
sound like you've watched them enough. Maybe
I've only
it's the
seen
worst
probably
one of
once
the three.
each.
I'm not saying it's bad because I love it. Me and
the
Sean have talked about that. In 5 years, you can call that one of the greatest trilogies ever. In 5 years, I'm telling you, bro.
No,
don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
You're goddamn right.
What the fuck are you talking? That's my point.
Dude, I know.
It's
Okay, but why'd you say in 5 years? You say now?
I'm saying now.
Okay, that's fair too. I'm just saying, like, maybe it's not been long enough to say that, but like it is. It is. It's up there. Do you love that trilogy?
It's good.
I really do. I love it. I think the first one's the worst though.
If you look at just trilogies,
it's better than Godfather.
Trilogies as a set, probably. Stop doing that.
It's better than Godfather.
Stop. Why?
You spell that? Can you smell that whiskey?
Because the third Godfather movie is garbage.
I never saw the third one.
And
I mean,
I don't even know if I finished the second one.
And if you lump the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes in, it's the greatest ever.
No, you don't count those.
Can we all be on the same page that Mark Wahlberg's a fucking horrible actor?
Dude, Mark Wahlberg.
Except for in Fear. Come on, man.
Okay, Fear was dope. You know what The Happening.
I haven't seen The Happening. What? Kevin talked about The fucking Happening. Dude,
I don't watch that shit.
I haven't seen that
shit.
Movie,
I'm not watching
like
anything.
It was like they paid him
up
up front, and he just said, fuck it for the rest of it.
I don't get scared, but I think about shit. So I don't like watching that shit like that because I just think about it all the time. I just sit there in bed and I'm just like, I know it's unrealistic, but let me just think about this. Yeah, exactly. Like, how am I going to die one day?
All I'm saying is Mark Wahlberg. Like, I'm not going to say he's good.
I like Mark Wahlberg.
I'm not going to say
I like him.
I like him.
He's not that talented.
I'm not going to say he's good or bad. He kind of does the Keanu. He's kind of like Keanu Reeves. It's like
John Wick.
He just does
exactly.
that.
Keanu Reeves not great, but you like Keanu Reeves.
It's just like
why
is
John Wick so? Those movies are not great. But
No,
like
they're
I
not
love,
great.
I
Have you
love
watched
them.
them?
I like them. Yeah, I like them.
Shoots in the face.
Exactly, but they're not great movies.
No, absolutely.
Okay,
not. But they're entertaining.
Not great movies.
No,
not great.
But they're
movies.
badass to watch.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're good to watch.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair
for sure.
All I'm saying is he's just basically doing his thing, man. It's just like if you like him, then you like that.
Are we talking about Keanu Reeves or Mark Wahlberg?
Both of them.
Mark Wahlberg, but like same with like Nicolas Cage, kind of like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you guys are talking about him not
dude,
you guys
Nicolas
seen
Cage
the
is
picture of
sick.
him dressed as Superman?
No,
with his long ass hair.
But I bet that's
when
sick.
he did the audition for it. Pull it up if you can.
Okay, I'll pull it up.
Embarrassing.
I'll pull it up so you can see it.
It's bad.
Which?
Nicolas Cage is like he tried out for Superman.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's bad.
Mark Wahlberg. The thing I really like about him is that
he works out at 4:00 in the morning.
I know who Mark Wahlberg is. He's a douchebag, but like people still love him, and like I love him as a douchebag. I just think it's okay for him.
He's America's
like,
number one douchebag.
you know what? People don't know this. If you're listening and you don't know this, heads up. Mark Wahlberg hasn't always been the nicest guy in the world.
No, he had that.
Okay, he committed a hate crime.
Yeah, big time.
Against a Asian man.
I thought he was like Hispanic.
No, he was Asian. He was Asian for sure. He's Vietnamese. I'm almost positive. He was Asian 1,000%.
I'm gonna say you're wrong.
You want to? Would you like to bet on the podcast right now?
Yeah, let's bet $1.
$1? That's fair.
$1. Do it.
$1.
Okay, there's Nicolas Cage's Superman.
He's Hispanic. Look, okay, fuck.
No, I know this because I don't want to say this word. He called him the G word. That's how I know it.
Okay.
I know it.
No, look it up.
Mark Wahlberg hate crime. Right okay, yeah, you're gonna give me $1 because I'm right.
You're not right.
I promise you, I am.
No, you're not.
Pop. 2 Asian men while trying to steal 2 cases of beer. I told you, dude. I know this stuff. Okay. Give me the $1. Give me the $1. I'm gonna make it rain on you right now, Sean.
Get the fuck out of here.
I could have sworn he was a Hispanic man. I stand corrected. I'm sorry.
Who are you talking?
Mark Wahlberg's hate crime. We just had a bet over Mark Wahlberg's hate crime, and whether he said it was on Hispanics, I said it was on Asians.
Hispanic person.
No, he used the G word that
that
Clint Eastwood used in that movie.
Anywhere and like they'll ask you your race or ethnicity. There's always the secondary question like, "Are you Hispanic?" And they're very specific about it.
I haven't applied to a job in a while. They say that? Are you Hispanic?
On anything, like hospital, whatever. Yeah, they'll straight up ask you.
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
I don't know. That might be the new GOP.
I don't get it. Maybe. So but I don't understand why that's factors into what? Why does that make that a secondary question?
I'm
to the
American.
first one?
Oh, Sean's talking to people. God damn it. That's why he's over
Who are
there.
you talking to?
No, I was letting you guys finish your thing. I was going to say, though, I was driving today, and I was following a car for about 20 minutes.
Creepy.
And they had a Salt Life sticker on the back of their car.
Dude,
Don't
I'm so
get
glad that was
me
your thing. I'm
started.
so glad you brought that up because
I
wasn't
why do you see
I
those
wasn't
around
following
here?
them. I'm saying,
No,
like, we're
yeah,
on the highway.
But why do
You
why do we even see those around here?
What
It
salt
drives me
are
insane.
you a part
and,
of?
and you see them on such ironic cars. It's like, here's my Geo Metro Salt Life, bitch.
I can't
Boom.
stand it.
And you live in Indiana or
I hate
Kentucky.
it. What do you watch? I hate it more than anything
what
in
are
the
you
world.
Oh, sorry.
playing? It's
The
loud
volume
as
should be
hell.
off. I apologize. I'm trying to find the stream. I'm
Hate
trying to
it.
find our stream.
I
Sorry.
was behind somebody on my way to work. Like it was probably a month ago, but he had a Salt Life sticker, and his fucking license plate was like, I don't know what it said, but it was something so cliche and like.
What is this Salt Life shit? What is this Salt Life shit?
guess-
Is
You
it
know what
like-
it means? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
You live on
it
the
means,
beach,
Yeah, it means you love the
you
ocean,
surf,
bro. You surf,
you
bro.
surf, you
Surf
have like
life.
a-
Salt life
a-
essentially means exactly what he's saying.
A
It's like surf life.
shell.
Hookah
I was
shell.
gonna say handkerchief.
Not hookah.
That's
Puka
not
shell.
right. A necklace.
Spitting a little bit.
necklace.
Really?
Grin.
Like, what do you guys say? Drink and drive?
Yeah, drink and drive.
Drink
If
and
you're
drive.
Salt Life, drink and drive.
Yeah.
Mike, I can co-sign that.
I hate
Yes.
them.
If
Hate
you have a
'em, hate
Salt
'em,
Life
hate 'em.
sticker on your car, drink and
Kill
drive.
yourself.
So it literally, you put this, you slap that on there,
Yeah.
Salt Life. It's
you're
literally,
immediately
And
from
it's
the
fucking
beach.
5 degrees outside.
it literally is like. I love the beach.
People
That's
get that.
what-
People
that's
get
what
that in
it is.
Panama City.
I thought it meant
but they
something
get it in like
else.
Panama City Beach.
Yeah, and then they
I thought
just
it
bring
meant
it back
something
to
else.
Evansville,
Yeah,
Indiana.
exactly. No,
Fuck
that's what it
you
means.
if you have that on your
that's what
car.
it means.
Exactly.
That's what it means. And the thing is, like I said, the cars you see them on are ironic as fuck around here. Like you'll see them on
But
cars,
yeah,
bro.
I'm telling you, I was driving behind a car today. It was about 15
were
degrees.
they being assholes when they were driving? Here's the thing:
I
you
wish
can
I could
honk.
remember this
Don't
dude's
honk
license
on them
plate.
because they're gonna make you way more mad. You honk at them and you pass them, and they throw this. So good, bruh. It's so good, bruh.
Yeah.
And they're like wearing camo and
Those
shit. Like they're
guys
from
are-
Indiana,
yeah,
like
those
Indiana or
guys are
Kentucky still, but they're like, hang
Such
loose,
a
bruh.
bummer.
Life moves a little bit slower where we're from, bruh.
It's 5 o'clock
And-
somewhere.
I'm not-
bro.
I don't know why you guys are all about the hustle and bustle, bruh. It's chill where we're from, bruh.
Yeah,
and you're just like,
those
come
people are
on,
definitely
man.
The worst.
It's
in the
Mike.
world.
It's so bad, man. I'm glad you hate
I
them.
get worked up over it every single time I see
You
one.
should.
I want to go Grand Theft Auto mode whenever I see them.
You
Just
should.
ram
You
'em
should.
right off the road.
You should. In the
Hopefully
words
on a bridge.
in the words of the President of the United States, if you see someone with a Salt Life sticker, punch him square in the face.
Yes.
Punch 'em right.
Okay, just
Right in the
punch him right in the kisser.
Right.
Right in the kisser.
Deliver one right to their suck hole.
Right to the suck hole.
All right, so on random pet peeves, I learned
Feet.
one of
I hate feet.
I learned one of my pet peeves today. Here's what happened. Every now and then, not all the time,
Go ahead.
not all the time, but every now and then, I'll click on comments for a post or a video or something.
On what
I'll
platform?
read the any of them.
Facebook.
Facebook,
So much fun.
Twitter,
Yeah.
any of them.
Okay.
Tweeter?
Reddit,
And you dive
whatever.
into
I'll
that
just
shit?
look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look. You know, I'll just go because I want to see.
Yeah.
I just want to see what people say. Here's my pet peeve. Someone says something, it's not brilliant,
Of course.
and the first person that comments sets it straight, right? They go, you're insane. This is what it actually is. And then, there's some miscellaneous things like
Miscellaneous
whatever.
bullshit.
Yeah, miscellaneous bullshit.
Plug us when you can, bro.
And then 5 comments down, someone says the same fucking thing. Like, hey, it's not like that. It's like this. And then everyone just keeps saying the same thing. It's like, bro,
on loop.
it's already been said. Someone already said it. Why are you saying the thing that someone else already
That's a
said?
good question. Keep going. Do your thing. I have to use the restroom right now. But do your
I'm
thing.
not gonna
I have
lie.
a pet peeve whenever we get back. It goes.
Yeah.
It's one of my
I've got to
topics.
piss
So.
again too.
What
I
is it?
should.
Will
I,
you
Bro.
I
start a
shouldn't-
line?
Hey, hold my hand.
All right. Well, you guys can both go, and I'll
No,
talk.
I'll wait. All
right.
let's do this.
We actually have a couple people asking us questions
Okay, what's the
on
What button?
Twitch,
You about to hit a button?
which apparently you
I-
honestly don't know what Twitch is.
I have no fucking idea.
Well, welcome. We're literally
Hi, Twitch.
live streaming on
Hey,
Twitch,
Twitch.
right now.
Hi.
Hey,
Oh, camera's up there.
and there's people watching us and talking to us right now, literally. And you don't even know what it is because you've literally never heard of it.
Under a rock.
It's a live streaming platform. People usually use it to play video games and live stream that
okay.
shit.
Hi.
But then it's kind of grown into other things. So we started this podcast, and then a couple weeks ago we started live streaming
And
the
Twitch is
podcast
like,
on Twitch. So, Queen of My Name Sucks
That name, solid. Queen of my name sucks.
Yeah. She want to know where you're from. I said Southern Indiana / Kentucky. She said cool.
Is it though?
Not. It's actually not cool. She want to know, how does one go from Cali to Kentucky? How does that happen? Well, how that happens is you get married, and then you have a baby, and your wife wants to stay home from work, and you live in Southern California, and you both work full time, and you need a new plan.
Now you're here.
And so our plan was, we had a job opportunity in Kentucky, so I moved my wife and newborn to Kentucky.
Solid.
That's what it was. Your mic's off, bro.
Oh,
He
met me on an online dating site
I'm gonna clock out real
and
quick.
moved to
I gotta do
Kentucky to talk to me.
And
we hit it off.
We just hit it off.
As you can see, he married someone else, but we still hang out.
Yeah. Still got that going.
His new husband's way better. I'm just kidding.
You son of a bitch.
His wife is lovely though.
You SOB.
Okay, so what were you guys just talking about though? What was your pet peeve?
Comments, and how people comment like 100 comments in, and they just say the same thing that other people already said. All right. So what I read was, like I said,
Give me some context here.
Like I said, I was listening to the Chris D'Elia podcast, right? And he references on the podcast, he references his producer Juan Fyre.
Juan Fyre?
Juan Fyre.
Juan.
And I was like, what is this?
No, you were like, what?
What?
Juan? What?
And so I looked at it and I was like, what is this, man? Like, and so I just, like, I Googled it, and then, like I always do, like, Googled it. I didn't really get my answer, so I Googled Juan Fyre Reddit, and then there was an explanation of, who his producer was and why that was his name and whatever. But the crazy thing is,
Dude, I'm sorry. The hat was just done. I was just done with the hat.
You're like Elliot from E.T. What are you doing?
Now my hair's going crazy, but it's okay. I was just done with the hat.
It'll be all right. You look insane. Hats off to you. So I'm on Reddit, and it's like, someone said something. Hey, has anyone noticed Chris D'Elia is a total dick to his producer? And he has this whole explanation of it, right? And then the first person goes, bro, it's just a joke. It's obviously his friend. That's just how he rolls. Like, it's a joke. And
bro, you don't know.
And
honestly, Chris D'Elia reminds me. First time I saw him, I thought of you.
He kind of does look like him.
The hair, the eyes.
I swear to God, skin tone, the hair.
And then
continue.
And then there's like a bunch of comments.
And Calpen.
And then there's a bunch of like random comments that are just kind of like, and Calpen. Anyway, there's a bunch of random comments, and then someone else explains the same exact thing. They just explain like, bro, you're insane, da 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 da. But they're explaining the same thing that's already been explained.
You obviously, I mean, I know this, but you obviously don't Reddit. That's literally what Reddit is. It's people constantly explain. It's annoying. Shit. It's annoying as fuck.
But it's on every platform. Mm-hmm. It's any comment platform. Anyway, it just bugs the shit out of me, bro. I just want to explain.
So you want to know what one of my pet peeves is?
I want. Yeah.
So let me set the scenario. I'll just tell you guys what I did this weekend.
All right.
Both nights, Friday and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Like I would take naps after work, and so I'd wake up with a little bit of energy, which is what I did tonight. I went home and I took a nap, so I woke up. That's why I'm hyped. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Literally woke up 30 minutes before I got here. Anyway.
Like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, it was impressive. And that was like 40 minutes before I got here then. But so Friday and Saturday, I went out to the bars on Franklin Street.
Mm-hmm.
Before I get into my pet peeves.
Did you go to Pistons?
Yes, I did. Okay.
What a fucking name in this place.
Both nights. But outside of Franklin Tavern, right across the street, is the hot dog guy on Saturdays. Have you heard about the hot dog guy?
No.
Okay, you like hot dogs?
I mean, I understand.
I fucking love hot dogs. Okay, they're like
That's
one of the
funny that you
greatest
bring
sandwiches
it up.
ever. It's one of the greatest sandwiches ever.
It's funny that you bring this up.
Is it a sandwich though? Is this?
It's a sandwich. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll agree to disagree.
Here's what I would say. It's kind of like bourbon and whiskey, right? Like, all bourbon is whiskey, not all whiskey is bourbon.
Not all sandwiches are hot dogs.
Right.
But all hot dogs are sandwiches.
I'm good with that.
It's
I'm
fair.
fine with that.
Okay, because there are certain sandwiches where the bread. I've heard someone say, "Well, the bread's in one piece." Bullshit. Some sandwiches are like that. Anyway.
Side note. I figured hot dogs out just this week. I figured them out. We'll come back to that. Go on. That was just a
$3
teaser.
a piece. This guy saves lives.
Yeah,
he's open till like 4 a.m. bro. Until he's out. $3 a pop. I got a Chicago dog. That was great, right? I love Chicago dogs.
Yeah.
Sport peppers, tomatoes, all that kind of stuff. But the game changer, do you know what a Carolina dog is? Get the fuck out of here. You know what a Carolina dog is?
do.
Get the fuck out of here, okay? Because this is a game changer. I didn't, and now I do. And now it's all I eat.
All right. Well, go on then.
Bun.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Those are required.
Mustard. First of all, mustard is my shit, okay?
Yeah.
Get that ketchup off my hot dog.
Yellow or the
yellow. I love spicy brown.
Yeah.
But yellow on this one. But this one's yellow. I love both. But spicy brown is greater than.
Yeah.
So yellow mustard, chili,
Chili.
coleslaw. Game changer.
Yeah,
Swear to
that'd be
God,
I
bro.
don't know
It's
about
next
that.
level sandwich. It's a next level hot dog sandwich.
I
Whatever you
would
want to
do.
call
It
it.
makes me uncomfortable that you call it a sandwich.
It's a next level Sammy.
I would do.
That's a Sammy Sosa.
I would rather like
Sammy
a
something.
dill
On
pic-
steroids.
I
That's
would
Sammy on
rather
steroids. Sammy Sosa.
everything that you said, but a dill pickle spear instead of the coleslaw.
The coleslaw is a game changer. Are you just not a fan?
I don't like coleslaw.
Okay,
I
so
don't
this
even-
is
what is? Someone explain coleslaw to me exactly.
Cabbage salad.
it's
Yeah,
it's
no,
cabbage.
I
It's
don't
cabbage,
want
mayonnaise, sugar. Cabbage, mayonnaise, sugar, mustard.
Yeah, no, I'm
literally
good.
that's it. And a little bit of vinegar. But like, so the thing is, okay, so before we went to the hot dog guy, so this is my pet peeve, getting into that. So we're out there at Pistons, and if you guys have never been to Pistons, which if you're listening, you probably haven't, it's a dance floor on one side, and then like a quieter bar on the other side. Like there's two rooms there, like big rooms, and it's packed as fuck.
It's a bunch of guys wearing hats like this, but not ironically.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you don't wear it ironically because you wear it all the time. Okay, so
Not like this.
yeah, not like that. Yeah, but fair enough.
Because of the headphones.
Fair enough. So me and T were floating through there as we do. And there's this thing. If you've ever been to the bar, you probably know this. Like this is a thing. It's not just because it's me. It's not just because it's him. It's just a thing. Girls, the single girls who like it's not always the most. It's all the whole spectrum of women that are single, but like they try to get your eyes. Like there's like a lot of wandering eyes in like a crowded bar. And like where people make eye contact.
Do they have hungry
I'm not
eyes?
making eye contact with anyone in a bar. Period.
Walk around looking at your feet.
Dude, no, I walk around like I see these people like with their eyes on
see
me.
through them.
And so this is Evansville. And like it's not the it's not the biggest town, it's not the smallest town. It's big enough to where you don't know everyone, obviously. You know what I mean? It's big. Over 100,000 people, whatever. But it's small enough to where you're gonna know a few people there. Especially since I've lived here forever. I know plenty of people down there. I went there and there's these people. I look way different than I used to. And these people know who I am because they're friends with me on social media. And they don't want to, it's one of those relationships where they don't want to necessarily like approach me. Like that'd be weird.
Like you don't
to
talk.
to find me, like, oh, I saw him. He didn't see me. I'm going to approach him and say, hey, Tanner. But like they look for that awkward eye contact.
That's
Right.
the worst.
That's my pet peeve. That's what I'm getting at. That's the whole thing I'm getting at. Where
Stop.
people, dude,
Stop.
there was this lady,
Stop
and she was there on both
eye-hunting
nights.
me.
Like I was there on both nights, and she saw me, and like I haven't talked to her in years. Like I know her from like the middle school bus, right? And she was doing that thing, and she'd like try to constantly like pass me and shit like that, and like bump into me. And I swear to God,
Oh hey.
I just. You ever seen Muhammad Ali fight?
Bob and weave.
I'm very similar, except for I didn't throw a haymaker at her.
Yeah, that's the
dude,
worst.
It's
Probably
the
get
worst.
tossed out
It's
for
the
that.
worst. I don't know.
The worst is when you
know.
see somebody that you went to high school with, but you never really spoke to, but
Yeah.
you guys definitely know who each other are.
Yeah.
And you don't know
But
how
see,
to be.
I'd be more okay with that than this because like we did know each other at one point. Like I said, we used to ride the bus together, and then we just never talked. And then like now,
Well,
so
if you're
like
on the bus with each other, you definitely know.
and like I guess what I'm
everything
getting
about
at
each
is
other.
like if I didn't know you and like I saw you, I might still be like inclined to be like, oh, like well, there's no bad blood, like there's no like weird awkwardness. We just know who each other is, like the
head
sup,
nod.
like the sup. But like this
Or
is
a head
this is
down.
way past the head nod. You know what I mean? Like this
Down.
would be like if we saw each other, she'd approach me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we made, but she wouldn't do it, and I played it right. It's like
You're intimidating,
ignore
man.
completely. Oh, dude, I'm so intimidating. You see this scowl? You see this scowl and this terrible facial hair? People don't want to approach this. She wanted me to approach her, and I'm not gonna do that.
Of course not.
But yeah, so that's
Don't play
that's
into
my pet peeve, man. Just basically the drunk girl stare.
Another
The
one.
drunk girl stare when you're floating through and like they try to like get your eye contact, or like they're sitting there and like they're drinking, like they have their straw in one hand, and they're like staring at you, and you like catch them, and you're just like nope, and you just go back to doing whatever you're doing. By the way, if you don't know me, I just go back to doing whatever I'm doing at all times. Okay, I don't pay any of y'all any mind.
No mind.
No mind.
Something that I was about to say. It rhymes with nope. Ope.
Oh.
Is that? I think
that happens at Pistons all the time. Yeah,
when
it's a
you're walking
Midwest
past
thing.
someone and you're, excuse me. I fucking
People
hate
in the comments. Do you know anything about that?
Every time I do it. I want to kill myself when I do that. And I do it daily.
You can't stop it, bro.
Daily.
You can't stop it. It's part of your blood, dude. Why would you want to kill yourself for being a Midwesterner?
You just take a step back and you listen and you look and
you didn't know that before you moved here, did you? That wasn't a thing.
It's the worst.
Was that a thing?
I don't know.
It's
I don't remember.
But you know what I'm talking. You know what it is now.
I know what it is.
See, but now he's so Midwest that he doesn't even remember being being a Salt Life West Coast.
If you fucking call me Midwest again, I'm gonna mute your mic.
You're a Midwesterner.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no, they can't hear it. It's not even.
You're a Midwesterner. God. Loophole. You gonna mute Mike too? One man show.
Everyone, one man show.
One man show. All the viewers gone immediately.
It'll be me talking, and then you two just. I don't know.
You know what? You know what? If you mute me, I'm just standing on camera all day.
That's another one of my things. Fuck, what's that called? The floss?
The floss, bro.
I hate that too.
On, bro. That's the backpack
I don't care if
floss.
you're 6 years old and you think you're cool. I don't like you. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't
like the way. I don't like what you're doing. It looks
eye contact makes
honestly.
it
looks
much
really
worse.
bad in the stop. Oh my god, it does make it worse. The eye contact.
It's so bad.
That's what I told you. Those little kids do in the store, bro. They make eye contact.
Those little kids. I don't care who it is. I can't stand you.
I don't like anything that just happened. However, I told you I figured out hot dogs this week. Here's what I want to know: you do hot dogs at home.
They've been around, bro.
You do hot dogs at home. How are you making them?
Boil them,
chili, cheese.
Boil them.
Wrong. What do you do?
Oh yeah, boil them.
Wrong.
You grill them?
No, in a pan.
What?
No, you don't do that.
You sauteing hot dogs?
Flambe.
You're doing it wrong.
You do table side?
You get a pan. It's olive oil, right? Olive oil.
Gordon Ramsay approved.
Not boil. You're not boiling them.
Yeah, I did. That's what I did.
I'm telling you, you've been doing it wrong.
I bought one of those gas station rollers.
I'm telling you, you're doing it wrong. I haven't figured out. I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead. You grill them. You saute them. Sorry, in a pan. Go ahead.
Yeah. Going in a pan. Mm-hmm. Olive oil. Heat it up.
Go ahead and just use butter. Olive oil is just trying to make them healthy. They're already chopped up pork and chicken.
Don't try to church it up, DJ.
It's a hot dog. It's a hot dog. Don't try to church it up.
It's fine. Butter, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. When they're done, you're at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Are you toasting the hot dog buns?
Yeah.
No.
I actually am. And butter on a skillet.
Wrong.
What the fuck are you talking about? You throw them in the toaster?
What do you do?
Straight out the bag.
Straight out the bag.
Also wrong.
Cold hot dog.
Well,
cold hot dog with a fork.
And then what do you do? You just take. You just put it on there, and then you just eat it. I just
spread the buns and put my dog in it.
All right. Here's what you do. I'm going to tell you. You're going to thank me.
Mike
later.
just spread the buns and puts his dog in it.
You just spread the buns.
I don't know if you meant to make that joke or not, but okay. I was going to say it because it didn't land with me immediately, and I was like, wait a minute. There's a joke there. He spreads the bun and puts the dog in. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
All right. Hot dog bun. Yeah, straight out the bag. That's fine.
Straight out the bag.
And then here's the trick. Trust me. Whatever you're putting on there, you're just doing mustard and whatever. That's fine. In the bun, before the hot dog.
Mustard in the crevice.
Mm-hmm. In the crevice?
Yeah.
And then you add the hot dog, and then immediately.
Take a bite.
No. Wrap it up in foil.
Why? So you feel like you're at a stadium?
Cheese?
So you feel like you're at a stadium? So the bread fuses to the hot dog?
Uh-huh.
I gotcha.
Here's what it does. It does two things. It steams the bun. So when you actually open it up and you wait a few minutes.
You're not the smartest guy in the world, but you're onto something.
You wait a few minutes.
What a piece of shit.
But here's what you do.
For those of you just now tuned in, Sean's been a piece of shit.
You wrap
That's
it
a genius idea,
You wrap
though.
it up in the foil, and then you wait just a few minutes, which gives you time.
Every now and then
it gives you
surprise
time
me.
to like clean whatever up.
I hate
you have to put all your shit away, and then you take it over, and you open up the foil, and so
that's my idea.
You're fucking right.
I thought of that.
You feel like you're at a stadium. That's
I
one.
thought of that.
That's one win. Two, it fuses with the hot dog a little bit.
Fusion.
It's fused, and it's warm because it's kind of like steamed.
Yeah.
And the bread
is warm because it's kind of like steamed.
It's warm and soft and not falling apart. Like yours would be falling apart, and yours would
definitely fall
yours
apart.
wouldn't work either.
Mine would be like crunchier, like crumbly.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah.
But certainly right.
You know what you're not doing? You're not getting crumbs on yourself. with that moist ass bread.
Nope,
that's
no
smart.
crumbs.
That's smart.
Anyway,
You're kind of smart.
Like I said, I figured it out. I want to share with everyone. So anyway, that's how you do hot dogs. If you're not doing it that way, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we move on? I'm good. You got anything else?
Let's see. No, I'm good. I'm good, dude. I'm good. I mean, you put Polar Plunge on here. I mean, like, because I don't think we have too much to talk about. So let's just hit it real quick.
There's not really anything to talk about.
Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
I know what it is.
If you do the Polar Plunge, drink and drive.
I have cousins who have done
yourself.
it, and they're retarded.
Go fuck yourself.
I can't say that, right? Not
Polar
anymore.
Vortex?
Yeah, you can't say retarded anymore. That's out. I think we're trying to bring it back. I'm okay.
I'm fine
What
with
joke?
it.
Whose joke is that? Whose joke is that? I'm trying to bring that back. That's a joke. That's a stand-up joke.
I think
What's
it's
up,
Tom
pussycat?
I think it's Tom
That's not him.
Segura. I think Tom Segura kind of talks about it.
It has to be.
He's the best.
Dude, he's so fun. We're seeing him in May.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're going to May.
Where?
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're taking a trip for it.
Yeah, we got our Airbnb and everything.
Oh, yeah.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
I think Tom Segura talks about. I don't know that he actually says taking it back, but
We'll bring it back.
I'm the one who did it.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
Do you remember?
I do. Oh my god! Hey, tell Mike the story. Do the
All
story,
right.
dude.
Yeah,
this
'cause you
is
were-
so good.
You were working.
This is the type of boss this guy is right here.
You weren't working there anymore at this point.
He doesn't work for my company anymore.
Yeah, I also
Everyone
I don't
listening.
work
He does
for
not.
that
I do not
company.
even know this dude anymore.
So
can't wait to hear this.
you don't or you did your story about like reading the room wrong and like it doesn't land right.
Yeah,
All right, so I have a situation like that.
detrimental.
So I'm in.
Except for he's the boss of the company instead of just an employee.
Just some
I'm
asshole.
the I'm the boss, quote unquote. We're doing interviews, interviewing new, potential new people to come in and work for us. And one of our questions,
Was one of the interviewees retarded?
and no,
Give me the initials of who it was though. Because she was still there, right?
M.
Yeah, M-E?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It worked. She
Marissa
took the
Engelhart.
job. She took the job, but
Yeah,
go
spoiler
ahead.
alert, she took the job. However, we're in the interview, right? And it's going average. And one of our interview questions is
What is something that makes you angry?
what is something that makes you angry? And I always ask it like, what makes you angry?
That's a good one.
And then I always back it up with, like what really gets under your skin. That's always the way I would ask it.
Red lights.
And she thinks about it and she goes, I guess when people use the R word.
Oh no.
That's what she said. And it took me a minute.
This guy.
It took me just a quick minute because I didn't understand what
This
she was
guy.
saying because I'd never heard that answer before, ever. I was like, and I went, retarded? And she was like, yeah.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
I really don't like that. And I was kind of laughing because it was like kind of funny to me. And then I said, wait, aren't we taking that back? That's what I said.
Like, aren't we bringing that back?
Yeah.
Aren't we bringing that back?
Are we bringing that back? I thought we were taking that back. And I'm
As
doing.
she just said that gets under her skin.
I'm doing the interview. She's sitting right across from me at the desk, and
I don't want this job. I'm going to call the HR department.
and someone else is in the room that was just like working in the room, like, and she was over here doing her own thing, just like like working.
Everything stops.
And I go, hold on, like I thought we're taking that back. And the person I'm interviewing, her face is just like,
Nope.
she's not into
Not
it.
funny.
And so I, instead of just like stopping and apologizing, I go, hey, are we bringing that back? Hey, are we bringing that back?
Oh shit.
And she just looks up at me,
Answer is no.
and I'm like, oh, okay.
Now, to be fair, I do not
Sorry.
just knowing me as a person, like, I wouldn't have made that joke, but I would have had your back. I'd have had your back. Oh, yeah, bro, we're bringing that back. Trust me. Yes, and rules.
Yeah, whoever was in that room with you just left you hanging.
She did.
Yeah,
she
that's
did.
not cool.
She did. Also, she was right.
Oh.
And yeah, but
Was she, though?
like Tanner said, spoiler alert. I offered this girl the job. She took it.
She took it, and Sean got fired immediately after.
She needed a job pretty bad.
That didn't happen, but he should have.
But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Polar plunge cycles. It's where you go
I forgot about
in
that.
freezing cold weather and you strip down to your bathing suit and you jump in the fucking water.
You do like some like.
They'll cut, like some of them are so extreme. Like it'll be like a frozen lake and they cut into the ice and they jump in the water. And it's
For
like
charity.
They do like a fundraiser. Anyway, fuck you if you're doing that.
Yeah.
Some guy came in.
Why don't you just donate money?
Yeah.
Just donate the money. Just donate the money and tell all the other people to donate the money. Just be like, hey, let's do a thing. You, and you. Let's donate to this thing.
If your goal is to
and
just
then
say,
everyone
hey, I stood in freezing cold water for however long.
You're
I'm
a
not
moron.
impressed.
You're a moron.
I'm not impressed.
You're a moron. Go. Fuck
I'm not
yourself.
impressed.
Drink and drive if you're doing the polar
Athletes
plunge.
do that
anyway.
every single week in the bathtub.
Never heard of the polar plunge.
Anyway.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
All right.
It's
so,
our word. It's
all right.
our word.
So
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's move on.
Don't do it. I just opened it.
so
Don't
before-
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So before,
Dude, I just opened it on accident. Don't do it, Sean.
So before we move on, I just want to say,
stop.
We're going to do our miscellaneous bullshit unpopular opinion of the week.
Don't do it.
And what I'm gonna say is,
This is Sean's.
before I go any further, what I'm gonna say is, this is the official opinion of the podcast and everyone on it, including the guests, because we talked about this in advance.
Let's do it. Yeah.
And so this is the official opinion of everyone on the podcast.
This is bullshit.
Unpopular opinion of the week.
Mike, you don't agree?
Bob Ross is boring.
Whoa, no.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. What is wrong with this fucking
Bob
psychopath over here? This
boring.
psychopath across the
You're
table.
not smoking enough weed, man.
It's boring.
Bob Ross
First
is
of all,
amazing.
His note on here is millennial hipsters just started watching it to be cool. And maybe they did, but it was cool long before that
it was
shit.
cool in like 93.
I watched it when I was a child, like a baby.
No.
Yeah.
Bro,
This is one of those things.
mesmerizing shit. Happy trees.
He gives little baby squirrels milk from like a bottle.
No.
Yeah.
How
This
adorable
is
that?
one
You
of
know
those
he used to be
weird
a
things.
badass, right?
Yeah, he was like a Marine or something. right?
He's killed people.
Yeah, he's a murderer.
You're turning this into something that it's not. I'm not saying maybe he is a murderer.
Bob Ross
I don't
is
know.
very
He's
talented.
not boring.
I'm also not
He's
saying
not boring.
I can see how
I'm
you
also
could
not
think it
saying
was
like he's
boring.
bad.
He's not boring.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's not talented.
He's exciting.
Dude's talented.
Oh yeah.
He's exciting.
Dude's talented.
And he's very exciting.
No.
I could watch,
He's full of excitement.
I could
That
watch him for
shit is
hours.
boring. No. When's the last time you sat and watched him for hours?
It's probably been a couple of years.
It's been a couple fucking years. You probably did it one time, maybe twice. Same with you.
Anytime he's on public
this is
access
just
TV,
one of
man,
those lies
that
that
channel
people
stays
do,
on.
where it's like, Bob Ross, where all of a sudden it was like saying that you watch Bob Ross and are so into Bob Ross
I understand
is
your
the
argument.
coolest
Yeah,
shit.
it's
And so
like-
everyone's
it's a
like, yeah,
fad.
Bob Ross is
Yeah.
so fucking cool. Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, we just sit
I
and
think
chill
the real
and watch
beef
Bob
is with
fucking
the
Ross.
poser Bob Ross
bullshit.
fans. That's where the real beef
You
is.
better watch how you talk about that guy. Okay, talk about the people that
his stroke with a
that are
fan brush.
lying, that are posers.
His stroke with a fan brush.
You hear that? His stroke with a fan brush.
Get out of town.
He'll make a moon with a fan brush
Yeah.
like it's nothing,
It's-
bro.
I went and bought paint brushes and
Because you thought you could do that shit, but you can't do that, can you? You can't do that shit.
11-year-old.
You can't do that shit.
6-year-old.
Once again,
He's not boring, Sean.
I'm not saying he's
boring.
not talented.
He's full of excitement. You hear his voice?
You hang out and watch Bob
You hear the
Ross?
tone of his
You do
voice?
that? When's the last time you watched
Let's
Bob
watch
Ross?
it right now.
When's
He's
the
on
last
he's
time
on
you did it?
Netflix.
I've watched it
I
within the
think-
past year. I've watched it within the past year. Whenever he came on Netflix, I watched
Yeah,
it.
he's on
How
Netflix.
much?
All of it.
How? Fuck you. No,
All
you
of
didn't.
it.
No, you didn't. You know you didn't. You know I'm right.
All of it.
You know you didn't watch all of it.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Maybe you put it on.
I had no idea what he was going to paint.
Maybe you put it on to go to sleep to.
I had no idea what he was going to paint.
Listen.
I was like, I didn't see those trees coming.
Listen, I'll change it up a little bit.
I'm sick.
Unpopular opinion: Bob Ross is a one-trick pony.
Oh my! He paints and kills people. That's two tricks.
Yeah, that's two
That's
tricks.
two tricks.
One-trick pony.
Yeah. That's two
Oh,
tricks.
I'm gonna take a blank canvas and then I'm gonna turn it into something you didn't see coming. Spoiler alert: he's gonna do that every damn time. Every time,
Dude, you
it's
know
the
what?
same thing.
Bob
And
Ross should have been Mr. Rogers.
Okay, that'd be good.
If they can,
Bob Ross, that was a badass.
if
I
they
think
can,
Mr.
no,
Rogers
no,
was
it's Bob
the
Ross.
best.
Bob
No.
Ross was like in the army.
Mr. Rogers,
Dude,
I
do you want to
want
owe me
that
another
dollar
dollar?
back. Yeah.
It's dollar.
It's
Yes.
Snopes.
Both of
Snopes
them.
says
They
no.
might both be,
Fuck
but I know
Snopes.
Bob. Okay, so wait, before I Google this, I'm saying Bob Ross. Are you saying Bob Ross was not a badass?
Snopes?
I'm not saying Bob Ross was not a badass, but I'm
If they
definitely
both
saying
if they both were in the
Mr.
army,
Rogers was
if they both were in the army, we
50
wash.
cents.
We
No,
wash.
no, it's the
Okay.
the Mr. Rogers thing is a myth. It's not a real thing.
So I'm gonna owe him another $1.
It's not a real thing.
Look it
Probably.
up. Look it up.
Probably.
Okay,
bro.
Ross listed in the United States Air Force at 18 years old, so he was definitely in the military. No, what's Mr. Rogers? Mr. Rogers, a badass? Let's see what Google says. Oh, so many urban legends about Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, I told you.
That's another one.
I told you.
That's another one.
I fucking told you before.
You gotta be quick on
I need clarification for you.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
God bless. So anyway, that's the unpopular opinion. Like I said, this is the official sanctioned unpopular opinion of the podcast. Everyone agrees with it.
No, it's not.
We all agreed on this before we went live. So, like I said, we're all on the same page. We all agree Bob Ross is boring.
So I clicked on this article that said Mr. Rogers was indeed a badass. It has nothing to do with him being in the military. It has to do with him being a Presbyterian minister and a puppeteer. He's a badass for that, though.
Oh, God bless.
He's a badass. He's a badass, but he wasn't in the military.
Oh,
yeah. I'm not gonna give you $1 because that is pretty badass,
dude.
Yep. Loopholes.
Mike's a Presbyterian, by the way.
Yep. I don't even know what that is.
It's like the flying spaghetti monster.
Loopholes trick.
I think. Okay, well, we'll go ahead. We'll just call Sean a fucking loser for that unpopular opinion because he's wrong.
Sounds like I was right again.
I think our people tuned out, but they would tell you you're wrong. I guarantee that.
Well,
is Bob Ross still alive?
No, he died.
Really?
Unfortunately, he died.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. As such a peaceful man. I wonder if he went to a happy place.
I bet he did.
With tons of happy trees.
I bet he did.
Absolutely.
All right. Moving on, Mike. Now that we know you, now that we've gone through all the miscellaneous bullshit
Bob Ross was murdered.
that we can get. What the fuck? I guess we're not moving on.
I'm just kidding. He died on the 4th of July in
Fake
95
news.
though.
95?
You son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
he died on the 4th of July in 95. That's pretty murder. Fireworks accident.
It's murder.
Fyre Festival. Far. You know why it was the Fyre Festival? Because they had Ja Rule. Fire. It's murder. If it was really Murder Inc., why couldn't he kill 50 Cent? They shot him 9 times. Couldn't kill him. Not Murder Inc. Attempted Murder Inc.
Are we done with this?
Whatever. Go ahead.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
Moving on. Now that we've established everything that we've established, Mike. Now that we know you a little bit better.
Murder.
Oh my god. Okay. Now that we've got to know you a little bit, we spent some time, done some bullshit. You know, we'd like to open it up to you a little bit.
You got a couple things.
You had a couple things you want to talk about, I believe.
Pick 1, pick 2, pick 3.
Would write them down?
Let's see. Yeah, you wrote them down, man. Take a look at them. You might have forgot. You know, you might have forgot.
Yeah, mental health. Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it, Mike.
Okay,
you got a thought?
Misdiagnosing people with things. I think like if you like ADHD for example. You guys think it's weird?
most like
Bullshit.
overdiagnosed thing in the world?
I don't believe it. I
think kids are kids, man.
Kids are
kids. I think kids are kids.
Oh, he's 8 years old.
He's 8 years old.
He's bored.
And you know what? You know why he's bored? Because like you watch TV all day, Mom.
Yeah.
Like you either work and you come home and watch TV. He wants to do something with you or whatever.
Keep going.
No.
I have an opinion, but I'll wait. Keep going.
Well, that was really it. Like
that's it. He thinks it's bullshit.
And I think that like okay, like you tell somebody like a kid like, oh, you're suffering from depression, and then once you tell them, okay, you look up to a doctor like, okay, this dude's smart, he knows what he's talking about. I must be depressed. Are you though? I'm not saying depression's not a real thing.
No, yeah, it's definitely a real thing. We all know that, but like, I think it's overdiagnosed as well.
For my personal, like, you know, like whenever I worked with you guys, they diagnosed me as bipolar 2 or whatever. I don't believe it. I don't think it was. That was bullshit.
You just think you're crazy.
Yeah, but then like you hear that though, and you start to believe. You're like, damn, and you start.
I guess I do have.
And that's
and
fair.
You start pinpointing things in your life that match up with something. You're like, yeah, I think.
Is that gaslighting?
I think that's. But it's not the case.
It's essentially like
that's just my personal experience. So
I like that.
I can't speak on
it's essentially
everybody.
Like WebMD shit.
Yes,
it's kind of the same thing. Only it's coming from a trusted professional.
And you start believing that shit.
And you believe it, and then you start to categorize yourself.
And you start to look too deep into certain things too. Like you're like, oh shit. I did cough yesterday at lunch or whatever. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. I must have AIDS or whatever it is.
And then for the rest, I don't think a lot of people think for the rest of your life, that's what you are, and you identify as that. And you just go off of that, and you don't stray from that path.
And then eventually, it's just like that's like an excuse for certain shit, for certain behavior, and that's not okay.
No,
it's not okay. It's like your kid doesn't listen in class. Oh, he has ADHD. No, your kid just doesn't fucking listen in class, dude.
I will say that if you get like officially diagnosed with something, there's documentation of that somewhere. Like that shit's not going away.
No, it's
like
always
that follows you
ever.
That follows you for sure, especially if you're a kid. It's in your school records and shit like that. And then it's like,
Oh, this kid can't read a book without biting the fucking desk. This kid just chewing on the desk all day long. He's got ADHD.
I think it's messed up.
I do believe that ADHD is a real thing.
I think it's real. I just overdiagnosed.
I agree that it's overdiagnosed, but even more specifically, I don't think that
everyone has ADHD to an extent.
Yeah, I think
I'm not paying attention to everything.
It's just, I think, I would say the ADHD epidemic or whatever, the real problem there is the school system. The school system is the problem.
The school system
where
sucks.
it's just like, hey, it's like, it's the best thing.
Hey, have these kids sit quiet for fucking hours at a time.
It's the best thing for nobody.
Yeah.
It's the best thing for literally 0%, but it's like the most, it's just like, hey, let's make this vanilla ass basic thing it'll just kind of work for everybody. It doesn't actually work for anybody, but it kind of works for like 90% of people. No one's thriving as a result, but it'll just kind of blanket everyone and work-ish. And so I think that's where you run into like ADHD problems is like, we're going to put this kid on drugs so that he can better comply with this bullshit system that we set up for him.
Yeah.
This rat race that we built for him, this rat maze that he needs to navigate. The way he's currently wired, not so great at doing what we want him to do. Yeah. So we're going to put him on some drugs so that he does what we want him to do. Yep. That's where it gets weird. Whereas instead it's like, well, he's not so great at what you have going on over here, but like, what would he be good at? Put that shit to use, I
don't give a fuck what he's good at. Give him some pills.
Yeah, put him on Adderall and he'll be good at everything.
Yeah, he'll be good at everything.
Have him fucking plowing fields. Like, who gives a shit, man? Like, get him out there, burning energy. Like, but that's the weird thing. Everyone has to comply. It's a big, the school system's compliance. It's compliance. You have to do it this way. You have to do it our way. And then, if you don't, then it's a problem. And people tell you how you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the other thing.
And I don't know, man. Just like the overdiagnosis, misdiagnosis. Like people nowadays with how active
everybody's got.
I don't care. I'm an internet expert. I know how people act on the internet. Is what I'm getting at. Like I'm on all things. I read comments on all things against what my brain should tell me to do. Like it tells me all the time, you don't want to fucking read more comments, Tanner. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It's like a train wreck. And I read and I realize like I understand like overdiagnosing has like extended to where people believe it now. Like everyone thinks it. Oh, there's something wrong with that person. Everyone has an issue. Like no one's just going through something. Oh, they're
different.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like no one's just different or going through something. Like if I was just sad because something happened, like you can be sad and you can be sad about something for a week. You can be sad about something for a couple weeks.
Yeah, but
your wife left you and you're sad for 6 months. That's a big deal, man. But you're not necessarily depressed. Depressed means no matter what good happens in your life, no matter how great your life is, you just can't be happy about it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not the case for people because guess what? When your wife leaves you, the moment that maybe not everyone, but the moment that nice, hot, young 22-year-old, is looking at you and you're doing okay in your job and all that shit, you're okay again. You're okay again. I don't know
that you're okay again, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're depressed. It just means you're going through some shit.
It just means you're going through some shit. I'm saying like he said Adderall, depression, that stuff's
when I was in high school, dude, like I was going through just like random shit, like high school shit,
Yeah, and everything's relative. You know what I mean? To like who you are. Like it might not be as big of a deal to me, but it's like,
and I'm dramatic, right?
Yeah,
like
I'm
dramatic, and I certainly wear my emotions on my sleeve. I wear them on my face.
That's why you roll your sleeves up.
I roll them up so you can see really clearly. But if I'm thinking, like I don't hide what's going on.
Absolutely.
If I'm feeling something, you know what I'm feeling. I make it very apparent very quickly. It's a gift and a curse, but
it's a gift.
But I had a teacher in my freshman year of high school calling my mom, telling my mom that she was convinced I had a chemical imbalance and needed to be on meds.
What makes her qualified to even?
What? Yeah. With your fucking communications degree.
Dude, first of all, stop it, dude. Okay. What? She was an English major.
Okay.
Okay, she knows
She
all
was an
about
English teacher.
Sean's mind. Okay,
I guess so.
see, look, hit the nail on the head, right?
yeah.
That's just like I read books. I know where to put that comma. Sean's a fucking psychopath. Okay, read the sentence. Is there any grammatical errors? No. So Sean's a psychopath.
It's ludicrous. Yeah, it's more just like, okay, so what's going on? Let's just figure out like what's going on and deal with that.
And so Mike says that he thinks he was misdiagnosed with
absolutely.
bipolar disorder. Yeah. Do you think that you are literally bipolar?
No.
So what was it? It was something that you were doing to yourself, or something that you were going through?
I'm sure. Yeah, I was going through some dark times, and it was probably fueled by a little bit of over medicating myself.
Yeah.
Like taking.
And that's the thing. If you guys do not know anyone on drugs or whatever, there are mood swings involved. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Because that's the thing. Like, you have these feelings on the inside, I guess, and like small as they might be, you take something, it blows up.
Yeah.
Blows up.
Yeah.
And you become something that it's not even what.
It seems to be kind of like that Black Mirror thing where like if you can just literally replay small, minute like moments in your head over and over and over again, you like fixate on something that doesn't really matter. Like things like that, like those, blow up over anything. Sure. You know what I mean?
I do want to talk. Yes, I agree with you. I do want to talk about this a little more, Mike, because I mean, we touched on it a little bit, but when I moved to this area, I mean, you're literally, I don't know, like, you're like the 8th person I met, literally. Like, and we knew each other.
I'm in your top 8 on like MySpace.
Absolutely.
We knew each other for years. We knew each other very well.
Yeah.
Right. We were coworkers. We were friends. Things took a turn, and then the healing power of time. Right
now, MBPod episode 9. Or whatever it is.
I think it's 12.
12. There you go.
But, I definitely saw you in very dark times. Yeah, and very, very dark times.
Highs and lows.
Highs and lows, but a lot of dark times. And then, we haven't really talked for a while until very recently. And obviously, you sitting here right now,
It's a big deal.
You're the same person.
I'm the same person, but
you're a very different
person. And guess what? Yeah. It's not because he's on his bipolar meds. It's because he's off the other bullshit.
It's because I'm off all meds.
So what? Exactly. I mean, fill in the gap for me a little bit. Like what? Because yes, like I would say, especially towards the end of when we were spending time together. I mean, you were in a pretty dark. You're in a pretty dark place.
Yeah, absolutely,
for sure. So like, what happened to get you to here now?
Mike took 5 months off work.
I took.
It wasn't 5, but it was a while.
It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long. It was like a couple weeks.
Yeah, it was a few
and then
weeks.
it was like a couple weeks off work, and then like a couple weeks of like working like 12 hours.
Yeah.
But go ahead. What were you going through, man?
I don't know. You just go through dark times, and you just feel, I think what pulled me out of the shit was like seeing. You have to change your surroundings. Like, you remember Little Mike?
Change your surroundings.
You remember Little Mike, right?
Yeah.
If you're watching the shout out, you little piece of shit. But like,
he was your boy.
He was my boy for
Was his name Mike,
kids.
or they just call you Little Mike? Okay.
His name was Mike, yeah. But like, you see someone, and you're like, and you see somebody of yourself in something, and you're like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking like, fuck, man, I'm an asshole, or I'm a piece of shit. Like,
self-recognition's hard, man.
It's hard, and a lot of people I think are too stubborn to really. I think a lot of people are probably too unaware to even notice it.
Yeah, self-awareness.
And then being able to even notice it, and then to be able to call you on your own shit, I think is pretty big and crucial. But
people hate when people call them on their own bullshit.
Yeah.
To call themselves on their own bullshit.
And I'm a very self-critical person. And once I kind of started getting a little clear-headed, like I was pinpointing things like, man, you were in the wrong. Like, even that, and I look back, like, and at the time,
isn't it crazy? Because at the time you thought you were so right.
I'm right.
Thought you were so right.
In my mind, I'm right. You guys are wrong, and this is why you
like cut me some slack here or whatever. It's like, no, like, dude, you're doing this wrong.
And deluded. Yeah. Like, how I don't understand how I thought like that, or how anybody else can really even see
and continues to feel that way. Yeah, absolutely.
But
there's a whole group of people out there.
Once you come out of that, it's tough too, because you don't want to admit it.
Yeah,
just like human nature, I guess. You don't want to be like, oh, I was the asshole.
Yeah,
but in reality, you were the asshole. And you have to own it, and I think that's a heavy thing for a lot of people to carry, and they don't want to, or they don't choose to, or they don't see it.
Yeah. Well,
I think both of those play into it.
Like you said, self-awareness, man. Like people, like it's hard for people to have that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you hear this thing all the time. Look yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And like, what do you say? Like, okay, I'll go upstairs and look myself in the mirror right now.
Yeah.
And you still don't want to see what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what, you don't see it. You don't want to see it.
And I think that's
another
thing too, is like whatever you're doing, like on the side, like, you know, taking, smoke, whatever you're doing, drinking, whatever it is, like that helps mask what really is going on. And like you see, I don't know, I guess you just don't get out of the mindset of where you were, and I don't know, it's a weird place whenever you get out of it.
It's a weird place, right? And then it turns into
you
like,
don't know who you kind of forget who you are, and then you have to realize like, okay, well, this is
like who you really are.
Yeah, who you really are, and you have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to hold yourself to certain standards. And I think it's easier to not. For sure.
So, you know, like some people, they'll never get out of that cycle.
No,
you know what I mean. Some people,
it's easy to stay in it though.
Some people, you know, they have self-awareness, and that's the thing. Like,
and then they'll just take another thing, smoke another thing, like, and then they'll fuck that awareness.
Like, like they realize what's wrong. Oh, like this is wrong, but this is easier, so let me do this.
So I'm gonna keep doing.
You know,
that.
like there's a whole thing, man. People nowadays
and self-loathing and just all that shit. It's just
that's a huge thing nowadays. People don't value their lives like people used to.
You just get stuck in the shit, and you just feel like I don't know, like victimizing yourself, and you just
went to high school, man, with a lot of people that are still stuck in that trap.
Yeah, and it's honestly like I brought up the 600-Pound Life show.
Yeah.
I was watching that. I've been watching that really hard.
And just once again, so what's easier, to eat another fucking burger and lay down?
People, they're like, oh my God. And they're like real life South Park characters.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Why don't you do that? And they blame like their mom or their spouse for.
Dude, it's all your fault.
You're the one eating that fucking
It's literally 1000% your fault.
Right.
Do the people enable you? Do they help you? Yeah, but it's your fault. But you can stop that shit at a second.
Well, when I was a kid, like my dad, yelled at me once, and it's like, so now you're eating 30,000 calories a day. And
I know people who have gone through way worse in their childhood and didn't do exactly what they went through.
And they don't even go down that path 1 foot.
Exactly.
So I think, excuses.
Excuses. That's what people do all the time nowadays, man.
There's an excuse for everything. And I'm not saying that there's not a catalyst to certain things and behaviors and stuff like that. I genuinely believe that
you
is
see
a
that
real
and
thing.
you know that, but at the same time, a lot of people
you have to grow up and realize it at some point.
It's the world that we're in nowadays.
That it's not your way of thinking is not the way of thinking, and you are wrong in a lot of things.
And you're wrong.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah,
you're a bitch.
wrong.
You're a bitch. Work harder.
The price is wrong, bitch.
The price is wrong.
Yeah,
jackass.
So you think for you, keys to success were change your environment.
Definitely change
self-awareness.
And once again, you had a daughter. That's huge. You know what I mean? Like some people out there don't have anything to live for.
Yeah.
But I mean, like everyone has themselves, right?
Recent. That's super recent.
I mean, you were better before that, but that's like another reason to like never do that shit again.
That's a reason now to just be like, okay, well, why would you?
Yeah, and like the thing is, people get sober, for months at a time, and then they go back to the bullshit.
Yep.
Whenever you have something,
it definitely helps having. Yeah.
And like the thing is, like having something else besides yourself to live for, because some people, I have my oldest sister, man, she is off the wall. She's off the wall, but she didn't have anything to live for. Because she already had her kids before she went off the wall. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's going to bring her back now?
In my mindset, then it's like, there's nobody worrying about what I'm doing besides like immediate family or something like that. But it's like, you don't have a kid or a significant other or something like that. So it's like,
I'm only responsible for myself.
Yeah,
like literally.
If I disappeared from the earth today, is it gonna really? I mean, I know like my mom would be sad, shit like that. But like, is it gonna fuck somebody up? In that, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
But like, it's not gonna.
It's kind of dark when you really start thinking about that stuff.
It is, and I could get really dark really quick.
Because at the end of the day, man, I mean, Barack Obama could die tomorrow, and you'd mourn him for like people would mourn him for like a week. But then he's just another dead guy. Yeah, that's just how it goes.
I don't think I'd give a shit either way.
That's just how it is for anyone. Like you don't give a shit.
Yeah, you get in those low moments and like
yeah,
that's how it is.
Like, why even be here? So that's another thing too. Is like risky behavior. Like, let's see
risky situations.
See how far you can push it. See if you make it the next day. See if you wake up.
Yeah, absolutely. People are like that.
Dealt with that before, yeah, for sure.
People like that, and that just comes from being in a low place, though.
And you know why? It's because my dad.
It's because whenever I was younger, whenever I was 6, my dad smacked me.
Yeah, he spanked me.
He smacked me.
But I think
you know, like a willow tree, you got the switch.
But I mean, you touched on it briefly, but I think it is important, to acknowledge, that every life has value.
Yeah.
You know, even if you don't feel like you have value. No, it does. It does. But like what we're talking about right now, this whole thing is literally, you know, evidence of that is what I would say. You know, this podcast, you know, us reconnecting with Mike, I think that in and of itself, because again, you know, we do a real quick straw poll of, you know, everyone that knows us and be like, hey, Mike's coming to do the podcast.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be the response. And because it'd
like
be
we
like,
were talking about earlier, Nick texted me, "You're doing a podcast?" With
yeah,
Sean?"
what?
Yeah,
Why?
I am.
And it's like, well, but I mean, that, I'm just saying that in of itself, the fact that, you know, because shit was not cool with us.
No.
You know, like you literally hated me.
Mm-hmm.
You broke my heart. And
I broke your heart?
yeah.
He takes everything too personal.
Yeah, bro. Oh, I wear.
He takes everything too personal. You heard him. He rolls his sleeves up.
No, but
He rolls his sleeves up.
no, but it was like, it was.
I've definitely felt the sense of letting you down for sure.
It was really bad. I'm just all I'm saying is it was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea of us reconnecting and being
It's a
like
circle of
cool
life,
at some
baby.
point never crossed into my mind, honestly. And then we started doing this podcast and you reached
But
out
it's
like, oh,
super
that's
significant
cool.
when it happens.
I think it is significant
It is,
because it's, well, I mean, at minimum, it sends the message to our small circle of people that know us, like, oh shit, so like it can be all good, like, yeah,
absolutely,
it can,
yeah.
like, oh wait, so you can forgive and move forward, yeah.
Would you say
so there can be healing? Yeah.
Would you say that you're Tupac or Biggie in this beef situation?
You're West Coast, so
Are you Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
All right, so you die first. Mike kills you. Easy.
Easy solution.
Easy. No, I mean that is real though. People can reconnect. People can reconnect. People can change how they feel about certain things. People can just be in different places and everything change.
Right. And I just mean the importance of that, the importance of those small moments, right? The importance of us reconnecting, the importance of a conversation that you might have with someone. You don't know the impact of that. You don't know the impact of that.
You hear those
know?
weird stories about people.
Yeah.
I was going to kill myself.
Yeah.
And so-and-so smiled at me. It's like, I mean, like, you know.
were you gonna kill yourself, Sean? Did I say
It was
Wait,
bad.
is that
It was
where the
bad for a
story's
while.
going?
It was really bad for a while.
It gets better
It was really so okay. Sean was gonna kill himself
No.
until I showed up.
until you showed up tonight.
Until you came back.
Until you
No.
showed up tonight.
No, not that. But you just
Oh, that's a good one.
I know, right?
That's a good
But
one.
you just don't know, you don't know. And especially if you're taking care of yourself and you're healthy and you're making good decisions and you're doing all of those things, like the impact that you can potentially have is huge, and it's way bigger than you could ever understand or I could ever understand or any of us could ever understand. But it could be huge and we don't even know what it is, whether you have a family at home or not, like the impact that you have at work and with strangers and whatever, it could be huge. So
That's true. It's true. You can't downplay that shit.
nope.
You really can't. You really can't. I've had weird interactions with people, and like everyone remembers people. I talked to Trent about this the other day.
Mhm.
Is there someone in your life that does not remember you, but you remember?
Yeah, certainly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like there's certain people that you had weird interactions with, and I don't mean like weird, like
Like a
off-putting.
Craig, like you're trying to find them on Craigslist type weird interaction.
Like, kind of. But like, for example, I don't know. The reason I brought this up to Trent was because we were I went on deliveries last week out of necessity. Like I said, we're short staffed, whatever. So I went on deliveries with Trent, and we had like this. There's like this little kid at this house that we were delivering to, and he was just like hanging around with us. He thought we were like the coolest people in the world.
Right.
And like, I know how it was when I was a kid. Like no one paid attention to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like we were like, oh yeah, little man, like you want to help us do blah blah blah, like stuff like that. As corny as it sounds, I remember things from when I was a kid. This kid's like 5.
So
He's gonna remember. Like I'm saying, he's gonna like remember us as like these like whether it matters at all. Like it's like these cool older people who like actually paid attention to this kid. Like, and that's real. Like I'm telling you, just from someone who like was around adults their whole life who did not give a shit about him. Like, you know what I mean? Like my parents would like have friends over and stuff, and like kids like go in the fucking other room. You know what I mean? Like leave me alone, like shit like that. Like hey, Steve or whatever, like
Right.
blah blah. And it's like, no, shut the fuck up. Like it's just different. Like those small things, man,
It's moments
can be huge. Can be huge on people's memories and impact their life in different ways.
right,
Don't discount that.
dude. I'll never forget. Do you know who Tyrone Wells is? Does that mean anything to you?
No.
He's a musician. We'll call it.
Did he ever work with R. Kelly?
No.
I don't know it then.
We'll call it. No, he was. I don't think he was. I don't think he was technically. I don't think he was actually like a Christian artist, but he definitely was kind of in that circle.
Did he change his name
No.
to Kirk Franklin?
Nope.
Okay.
No, but
Wrong
he
guy.
did acoustic.
Yes.
That's the word.
It's actually acoustic.
There it is. No, but like he was pretty big for a while. Like but he wasn't just Christian. Like he was mainstream, but some of his stuff because he was a Christian, so some of his stuff leaned that way. Whatever. But dude, he performed at like this church I was going to or whatever. He was kind of a big deal. Not a huge deal, obviously, because you guys haven't heard of him. But he was kind of a big deal. And I will never forget this.
He touched your hand.
No.
He touched you somewhere.
Well, yeah, I think we shook hands.
Okay.
But it was like after, like he's doing his thing, and I don't remember how or why, but we ended up talking. I don't know him.
Yeah.
I had not ever met him.
And he did not have he obviously did have the time of day for you, but like he shouldn't have. Like
He
the average
shouldn't have.
person
There's
wouldn't have.
yeah, there's no reason to.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh, hey." And we had
Hey man, work's tough right now, okay? Dude. hey, what's up, man? So just glad you asked, all right? I'm going through some shit right now.
I was, and that's
Yeah.
what we had this crazy real ass conversation for like 5 minutes.
And he ended it with, yeah, man, all you gotta do is hit it big in music and you'll be okay.
You'll be all right. But it was this weird.
Yeah, I used to not be able to pay my bills either, man. Then now I'm famous.
It was the weirdest thing. It was like no small talk, just like this weird, real conversation, real quick, like 5 minutes. But again, it was like it was a conversation I needed. Like I literally needed it, and he picked up on the fact that I needed it, and we had this awesome conversation. It was like, cool. Like, I don't talk to him again. Like, I probably will never see him again.
Even though no one else does, you'll never forget that guy.
I'll never forget him.
Yeah.
It was huge.
That's
crazy.
That's big.
Yeah.
You saved Sean's life.
Once again, I wasn't going to kill myself then. I wasn't going to kill myself now.
What about before me or Mike showed up tonight?
He was on.
I was thinking about it tonight.
Okay.
he was close.
That is not a joke.
finally
Okay,
close
suicide is a
tonight.
terrible thing. Okay, that's not a joke.
1-888.
That's not a joke. Mike, can you liven the moment up for us? Can you
Let's lighten it up.
Lighten it up. You got a drunk tale for us?
You got a drunk tale?
Okay, yeah, I got one.
You got one?
I mean, yeah,
Do you have one? Why'd you say it like that?
I got one.
Okay, let's hear it then.
Give us your drunk tale.
That was like there's a shoulder
Sir
shrug
Mike.
involved. Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about it, and whenever I think I was in high school, like 21 years old in high school.
21 years old in high school.
For sure.
Sounds right. Oh, Doyle rules.
I don't know. I'm just gonna be, I guess, very transparent. I was probably like 16.
Uh-huh.
right.
Probably 16, but we decided to throw a hotel party because that was
There you
a
go.
cool
That was a
to
thing
do.
back in the day.
That was
People love doing
and
that.
Who
got you the hotel? Someone's brother?
This girl.
Okay.
She's in the story.
Okay.
It's gonna get
Okay. Yeah, let's hear it. I'm sorry. Let's hear it.
I churched it up by calling it a hotel party because it was a Motel 6. So we were at a Motel 6.
It was a motel
It
party.
was a motel party.
But they left the light on, though.
They left.
Is that Motel 6?
That's another part of the story. The lights.
We'll leave the light on for you.
We took the lights out.
Okay.
But okay, so me and my brother and this girl Laura, she was the 18-year-old, she was a senior, so she ran the room. And we got I think we bought 3 30 packs of Busch Light, and we had like ice in the tub.
Dirty
Yeah, it was
30s.
gross. But we had the whole tub full of beer, and everybody left me and my buddy John and little Mike.
Of course.
We were there.
Yeah.
So we were bonging beers, and I just squeaked like a 15-year-old boy. But we were bonging beers. Everybody gets back. Bonging beers. And I don't know how many beers me and John drank between each other. A third of them easily.
You had some
And
beers.
Next thing I know, I'm waking up at a Motel 8, way up the highway.
There you go.
Up there with the pilot. The
Yeah.
3 gas stations.
Oh, yeah. You're up there in
I'm up there-
Darmstadt?
I'm up past Darmstadt.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, up the highway. And I'm on a rollaway bed. that somehow got into the room, and everybody's smoking cigarettes. You guys know I don't like smoking cigarettes or none of that. So like, ever since I was a kid, like I don't know, shit like that, like bug. So I wake up to them playing poker and like smoking cigars and shit like that, and I'm like, oh my god, this fucking sucks. Get me out of here. But so one of our other buddies, I am hesitant to call him a buddy, but he was really drunk, and this Laura girl that rented us. Rewind it. Before we even went to the different motel, we were punching out all the lights, like the certain lights. Yeah, they leave the lights off for
punching with fists.
We say fuck yo lights. Yeah.
With fist.
Yeah, you know, like the lights that are like, it's like a lamp on the wall, but it's like
a sconce.
I vaguely was that really what it's called?
A sconce. I know that from some show.
I don't know. Okay,
it's actually Office. It's the Office that I know the sconce from. Ron makes a ring out of a sconce.
Ron is Parks and Rec.
Or Parks and Rec. That's what it's from. Sorry. Yeah, I said Office. Ron, keep going.
Okay, so I vaguely remember punching the lights.
All
three,
lights.
me, Mike, and this John guy, we're all
out of the sconces.
We destroyed this room.
Sconce
if
on.
I'm being honest, we really fucked. That's probably why we had to leave, and I woke up in a motel.
That's probably why you're the way you are.
6 miles up. I blame that. That's
that
why.
night.
Yeah.
That one night, you punched out those lights.
So we beat up the room. Man. Which I later ended up paying for, but because I'm a stand-up guy. The girl was getting billed. I paid for it. But so I wake up in this other room, and it sucks because everyone's smoking. And we go to Denny's, and I remember that Denny's right there next. I know what you're talking about. And I got a Grand Slam or whatever. But I remember coming back to the motel, and I threw up all over the stairs, bacon and eggs and stuff. And then we're in the room, and this Laura girl that rented us the original room is making out with one of our buddies, there you go. And he's literally throwing up in her mouth.
Ooh. Dude, that's so romantic.
Yeah, it was hot.
Describe it. Describe it for me in detail, in full detail. In full detail.
Yellow. It looked hot.
It was yellow, not red.
It was yellow.
Okay.
He was laying in it.
I'm a connoisseur of red throw up.
It was a yellow.
Okay.
It was a high yellow.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But so he's got throw up all over his face, his hair. And he's like,
and she's loving it.
I'm talking like the most obnoxious, making out, open mouth, sloppy, kissing. And she's kind of a big girl anyway. And my friend here is like super, super skinny. So it's funny looking. Anyway.
Is it similar to the movie Road Trip?
Not that bad.
Okay, keep going.
But the skinniness is probably close.
Okay.
But besides,
those panties.
Not that bad. But so they're making out, and he's literally like faucet throwing up into her mouth, and she doesn't skip a beat.
Well, of course not, dude.
And me and my buddy John, we got the 30-pack, the dirty 30 boxes on our heads like helmets, and we're jumping on the beds.
Marshmallow DJ.
We're cheering the shit on like, get it, man, get it. Yeah. And then I don't really know what else happens after that because I was pretty drunk myself. And then
I think I saw that on the internet.
I hope not. But I remember waking up on my rollaway bed probably a few hours later, and she was dragging him out by his hand, and he looked so scared. Like he didn't want to go with her, but she's dragging him out. He didn't have his pants on, so he leaves without pants, and we grabbed his wallet out of his pants and went and bought breakfast at the McDonald's.
Me too. Me too.
That was
and he was one of the first Bill Cosby accusers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he probably got raped.
He got raped.
And when we went to pick him up hours later, he was wearing her pants.
He got raped.
White pants.
Oh my god.
He got raped.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this tale anymore. I think we should cut it.
Hashtag
let's cut the episode.
Yeah.
Let's cut it right now.
Oh my gosh.
So
this is horrible.
That sounds okay.
It was all right. For me,
okay. Dude, that was entertaining.
I ate
Standard
breakfast twice.
Saturday night.
Yeah, I ate breakfast twice.
2 breakfasts. I mean, that's a good day.
Doubled up on breakfast.
Doubled up on breakfast. Saw someone throw up in someone's mouth.
Got a show in.
Dude.
Some good sleep, I'm sure.
The old breakfast and a show.
It sounds like you killed it.
It was a good time.
You were living the life. It's like Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy.
Easy.
Pretty much God the Bellagio.
Easy. Very similar. Mm-hmm. Very similar to an experience at the Bellagio. I concur.
That's probably identical.
I concur.
Yeah.
I like it, man. I like it. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for sharing the drunk tale with us.
You got pictures?
That was like half my life ago.
Picture didn't happen.
Do you have that disposable camera still?
Yeah, I was gonna say disposable.
There was no smartphones when you were older than me. There was no smartphones.
There
wasn't
smartphones at the time.
There was no smartphones when I was in high school.
Can you? As soon as I graduated, it was like
the first iPhone 3G or the iPhone 3G, not the iPhone, but the iPhone 3G.
3G, yeah.
That was the second smartphone to ever come out in my high school, I think.
Really? I remember when the iPod became popular.
What do you,
Like that came out when I was in high school still. But like before then, like nothing.
the first iPhone would have been the first.
I said the second.
So you're talking about the second one?
The second iPhone ever, like the only, like that's what came out. I guess is what I'm getting at.
No, there were smartphones before.
Well, but were there really?
No.
Okay, so I'm right once again.
Remember the
Good
Razor?
job, Sean. Thank you.
Razor?
I had that shit.
I did too.
Okay, you remember the
Hot
commercial?
pink?
You remember the commercial? No, I had the black one,
I did
and it was
too. I did. I
AC/DC
wish
Black
I
and
had the
Black.
pink.
Back in Black was on the commercial, and I got that the same Christmas. I got an iPhone, or not an iPhone, sorry, an iPod Nano Black.
Mm-hmm.
I got them, and hey, I was back in black, motherfuckers. I was back, dude. I had the
Jeez.
black Razor and the black iPhone. You couldn't tell me shit.
No shit.
You heard Kanye can't tell me nothing.
Can't tell
You
me.
couldn't tell. Can't tell
Double
me
park
nothing.
That motherfucker side.
I swear to God. So I
Jeez.
parallel double park that motherfucker sideways. Back in my day.
That was us talking.
Well, homie, that was my day. Class was 3 hours ago. Oh, am I late?
Okay.
Come on,
I don't know
man.
where we just. I don't know where we
Come
just
on. He
landed.
doesn't know. Come
I
on,
know.
dude.
I know
You
about
know.
it.
Give me some of that.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
Absolutely.
Well,
Mike,
homie, this is my day.
Mike,
It was a pleasure.
it was a
Yeah,
pleasure,
it was a
man.
pleasure.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for
Like
coming
I
on the
said,
show.
Give me
Like
another one. Give me
Like
another
I said,
one.
this was a lifelong dream for the past 2.5 months of my life.
That's a significant part of life, though.
Yeah.
2.5 months.
Pretty
I mean,
significant.
When you think of the grand scheme of how many months you've
How many
lived,
months
2.5
in my life?
2.5 months is huge.
It's pretty
How many months
huge.
are in a life?
It's like 1%.
It's a big deal.
Think about that. We're that important. 1%,
Um,
maybe.
I remember when my sister had her firstborn son. We were in
On the
hospital.
podcast?
No, she didn't have him just now, but it was a couple years ago, and they were like, "Oh, he's been alive for 48 minutes." So I calculated up how many minutes. would be
Holy
in, like,
shit, that's very
73.
insignificant.
I know. No, yeah. So I was like, well, he's got 67,000 more to go, and everybody kind of looked at me like that wasn't.
You're
funny.
an asshole.
That's not funny. Well,
I was
he's
like,
going to die when he's 60,
yeah,
so you're right.
He's gonna die in this many
I only
minutes.
calculated till he's 60. Like a Mayan calendar, he's dead.
Yeah, so that wasn't good.
But seriously, it was fantastic. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I'm glad you came.
I'm certain we'll.
I'm
here we
glad
go.
I came.
I'm certain.
No.
I'm certain we'll do it again at some point.
I'm down. Invite me back.
We're running out of people that we know,
We are running out of people that we know.
so we'll bring you back.
I'll be back.
You'll
We'll
be
bring you
back.
back.
This was good. If you haven't done so yet, check us out on Instagram at MBPod and on Twitter at Podcast Bullshit.
Yeah. Best Twitter name.
And we'll be
Best Twitter
every
name.
week
You say
you
that
say
every
it.
time. Yeah.
And we'll be back on Twitch next week at 9 p.m.
Twitch.
Keep that going.
Twitch.
And yeah, I think Tanner, you can take us out.
I got a little bit of inspiration for us. Before I get into my actual quote, I did this last week and it confused you. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do 2 quotes just because the first one is not my inspiration, but like I saw it whenever I was looking for a quote and I just had to say it. So there's a Roger Stone documentary out on Netflix. If you know who Roger Stone is, cool. If you don't, he was a Trump advisor and he's been in politics for a long time.
Okay.
And his quote was, "It's better to be infamous than to not be famous at all." And I really like that because it really describes him and Donald Trump to a T.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
I dig
sick.
it.
And I agree. I honestly agree. And I guarantee any celebrity agrees. So there you go.
there you
But
go.
my quote, guys, so thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Mike, we really like having you on the show. I'm going to leave us with this, okay? The only difference between me and a homeless man is my job. I will do anything to survive, just like I did when I was a homeless man. Creed Bratton. Facts. I'll do anything to survive. I was supposed to have a
God
meeting
bless.
with a quality control representative at the company last week, and they weren't there. Who was not there last week? Oh, yeah, Linda Brown. That's right. Thank you very much. Creed is the best character on The Office.
He really is.
Hands down.
Oh, he definitely is.
Best character on The Office. Like, not like, because he's not a main character.
Right.
But like,